Boom, baby, we're alive. Here we go. Let's get ready for the Fresh and Fit companion broadcast featuring Sneako and Destiny. Apparently, it's getting live and heated right now. So listen, guys, we're going to do full-on commentary right now, bro. And don't forget, the Masculine Empowerment Network is open right now for enrollment. You are running out of time. If you're watching this on the replay, you've got less than the time we have right here. You got 2 days, 3 hours, and 53 minutes. So go to masculineempowermentnetwork.com. Click here to sign up. You're locked and loaded for the best brotherhood on the internet has to provide. Okay, let's go to the debate and see what's going on over here.
Why would I want to live apart from my wife? I love being with her. I like spending time with her. I like waking up. I like seeing her in the morning. I like drinking coffee with her. I like hanging out with the
But you get fed up with her eventually, and then you go your separate ways. And
no. I don't get fed up with her. There are just things I like to do with other people too. But I'm never like, well, I'm sick of you. I need to get away from you.
But that's kind of what it is. And Fresh's ultimate point.
That's not what it is at all.
If you spend 100% of your time with your significant other, you're both gonna bring each other down. Then you end up relying on each other. You get complacent. You get too comfortable.
This is 100% of the time versus living in a separate house are two totally different things.
Like you can be together in a house and not be crowding each other all the time. But a lot of times where Mela's at her corner of the house and I'm at my corner of the house doing emails, doing work, and she's like working on her fucking Instagram and shit. Right? There are times that we're working on different things. We're not crowding each other. Like you can do that in the same house. It's possible.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
There's three.
Destiny's right, in my opinion.
Need to live apart.
Always with the list.
Well, you gotta be able to outline.
Is this real advice or not?
Yeah. So number one, like I said before, it keeps the guy sharp, right? Like he's gonna stay sharp. Number two, it promotes productivity, and then number three, which is gonna be kind of toxic, it keeps the girl guessing. Like here's the thing with women, right? Women, once they get bored with you, that's the beginning of the end. And when she doesn't necessarily know what you're up to all the time, keeps her mind racing. She's like, what's he doing? Blah, blah, blah. And I've always said it. A woman's imagination is your best friend. Being too available, her being able to see what you're doing all the time, it makes you less attractive to her because men and women are different. Women want to make sure. Hold on. Let me just finish my point real quick. Like women need to feel like they're getting the best man that they can get and they can't have them all the time. It sucks, but that's a necessary component for women to be attracted and aroused by you. So again, I get where you guys are saying like, hey, for the relationship, what the girl wants, blah, blah.
People keep asking, John, will you react to this Rolo versus Sneako and Destiny debate before this one? Maybe at the end of the companion broadcast, if you remind me. Let's do this right now.
Weird hyper red pill world that might be true with some women, but the reality is, listen, you thought you were a fucking federal investigator. A woman that is suspicious is the most keen, crazy fucking investigator in the world. She's going to be driving outside your apartment. She's going to have like a second cell phone with a SIM card. Like watching your text. Why the fuck would you want a relationship like that?
Hold on. But if she's invested, right, and doing all that, what does that mean?
That means your relationship fucking sucks.
No.
That's the worst relationship ever.
When a girl is chasing you, that's what I want. I want the woman to be chasing the guy.
That's
a psycho. That's a psychopath.
Because women, hold on. When women are chasing your validation and they're stalking you and they're making all these investments, that means they, number one, love you. Number two, they care. And number three, they're less likely to do bullshit and go off with another guy because she's too busy chasing your validation.
Yeah, but then you're going to be like DJ Ack in the lobby with a girl like hitting another girl like getting mad that you're talking to somebody.
My point is, I want the man.
Myron's right here.
For the girl likes him more than he likes her. And the reason for that, even though girls might say that's toxic, is because women have so many options nowadays. The only way that you can circumvent female hypergamy and them having all these options is she needs to like you more than you like her. That's what it is. That's when women are the happiest, when they feel like they got the prize.
Yeah.
And for you to feel that way, you have to exemplify traits. And not living with her allows you to have that air of mystery.
I don't think most people would like it, but yeah.
You're going to say something?
Yeah,
Go ahead,
I think that it's called playing games. If you want her to be crazy about you, why don't you want her to? Okay, so men wants women to bring them peace, right? So why can't you bring?
Okay, so you said playing games, right?
Yeah.
Here's the thing that sucks. See, I wish
it's hilarious when women bring up like playing games in relationships because women always play games, bro. It's what they do. There's no moment of transparency where she's like, I'm going to be the most logical and good person ever. Like, no, dude, there's always games involved because that's women, period.
No, hold on. Why is 50 Shades of Grey the most popular female book?
Because girls love to be dominated.
Okay. No, hold on. Wait.
No, but it's only sexual. It's not.
But
sexual and a relationship. It's two different things.
Yeah, but that's how you maintain sexual attraction in the relationship. Is you have to have the things that Christian Grey has: dominant, assertive, successful. He's the one running the relationship. She likes him more than he likes her. Women find these things attractive. Right, universally.
Yeah.
So
Okay, maybe
I get it that you guys might say, I don't like this. It's toxic or blah, blah, blah. But the reality is you're aroused and attracted to it. And that's what I'm telling guys to be. Because being a nice guy, being with your girl all the time, always being available, it's not attractive.
Okay.
Women want a guy like that to
Can
chase.
I tell you something?
sure, go
Okay,
ahead.
so for example, I like boring, nice guy. I don't like I do. I don't like bad guys. I don't like
You were in a relationship for 8 years living
8
with them.
years.
What happened?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Do you want me to tell you why we broke up?
Yes.
Pretty personal, but it was pretty much my fault. I was pretty toxic at some point.
So you had a nice guy and you didn't like it.
No, that's not what happened.
What, you cheated?
So why we toxic?
No, I didn't cheat.
He was nice. So why you toxic?
Okay, so not to give out all the story,
Do it.
but I had a phase in my life when I was a little bit toxic.
She belongs to the streets.
Don't say that.
Wait, it's funny. You just said that you don't want toxic, that you want something
I
calm.
was with him
You had a calm relationship and you started being toxic.
There's more to a relationship than just whether or not they're calm.
Please, I was with him for 8 years, so it was a roller coaster. It's not always perfect, but I was with him for 8 years. I loved him for 8 years.
What did you do that was toxic?
What did I do that was toxic? What? I don't want to go into that.
Okay, but basically, women like drama. Women need drama.
But it's like,
Women need to be emotionally involved. They need to be invested like they're watching a drama movie, like they're watching a murder
This is
documentary.
how you approach high school relationships, not how you approach healthy long-term
She's a
relationships.
smart-ass woman. Look what happened.
No, Destiny's wrong.
It hurts you.
Men want sexual variety. Women want emotional variety. That's all you need to know, kids. Thank you. Don't forget to tip your waitress on the way out. See you later.
I didn't go into detail, but it was valid reason. But it was not like I was looking for drama. It was like
You said you was toxic.
yeah. But sometimes stuff happen, So
Well, I don't think that would have happened if he was living in a different place and you weren't getting his attention all the time. You probably would not have acted so toxic. You probably started acting toxic because
You got annoyed with him.
you needed to have. You
No,
got bored.
I
You
started
needed
to
some
act
emotional involvement.
no, that's not true. I started acting toxic because of my trauma, some stuff that happened. Sometimes I do some stuff.
Emotional damage.
Sometimes I do some stuff, but everybody has their trauma. Everybody reacts. Everybody gets triggered and like.
So let me get this straight. You had a nice guy that was
Yeah.
there for you, cared for you,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden,
I was living with him. I loved him. He loved
So
me.
clearly it doesn't work then.
yeah, I was about to
Being
say,
a nice
all
guy.
of a sudden,
But it was 8 years. You cannot say that.
8
because-
years of a good relationship.
8 years
Yeah,
of a
it
nice
was
guy.
8
living
years.
together.
Yeah,
Randomly,
no,
this
6 years we
traumatized
were
feelings, this trauma came out of nowhere. You got triggered.
Randomly,
Nothing that he did,
nothing.
and then you ruined the
Okay, so
relationship.
some stuff that he was doing was triggering me into some.
What? He
Yeah,
coughed too
I
hard?
mean,
I thought he was peaceful. What do you
No.
do?
I don't want to go into detail because I respect
That's
that.
fine.
relationship.
You don't have to go into
You don't-
detail. My point is this: nice guys. There's a reason why they say nice guys finish last. Not always being available makes you more attractive. That's
That's not
just-
true.
I'm with a nice
That's not
guy right
true.
now, and I've literally left every toxic guy because they were toxic. I come from a family that isn't the healthiest, so I want something that's healthy.
Healthy.
Okay, look, you do realize that your own personal experiences don't necessarily reflect the realities of the world.
How can you say
okay,
that?
stop,
That's not
stop,
you
stop,
heard
stop.
it.
We can't correlate it to all women.
Because just because you're saying you like nice guys doesn't mean that a majority of women like nice
So
guys.
then I'm different.
Okay.
So then that means women can
Congratulations,
be
you might be an
different.
exception to the rule, but a lot of women don't like nice guys
Okay,
and
so
punish nice
who
guys.
likes nice
So
guys
there are
at
women
this
that are
table?
doing-
But I think just ask them who likes nice guys at this
Raise your hand.
table.
None of you guys said you wanted a guy with such dick.
Okay, so
That doesn't
The
mean
all
it's the
nice
same
guys
thing.
That's the furthest nice guy pill.
I have a question.
There's a reason why nice guys finish last and stood the test.
King Villain €5 says, "Yo, MLD, are we going to see a crossover with you and Destiny if whatever pod happens? I heard he's out there, maybe May 16th." Guess you're gonna have to tune in and find out. I'm supposed to be on the whatever podcast on the 16th.
So they're nice guys for a reason. They want to smash without saying it directly. That's
Yes,
why they're
they're
nice.
nice guys.
Just
They're
because you're
creepy.
single
So they're
friends.
being fake nice.
Yes,
Actually.
yes. But actual nice guys do pretty well.
Kind
Because
of.
He would enjoy that.
Expected
That's
and
not what
treated
the
as
phrase
human
is
beings
about.
generally.
But that's not what the phrase is about, though.
That is what the phrase is
No,
about.
it's
When
not.
people
No,
say,
it's not.
anytime you hear a guy be like, nice guys finish last, it's usually some loser that's creepy, clingy, and has nothing going on for him.
Listen,
Like,
bro, I'm a nice guy, but I have an edge to me, which makes me not as nice.
sure,
You're
that's
saying
great.
simps are nice guys, Right?
I'm saying that
Not
nice guys finish
always.
last is not necessarily true.
Yeah.
People like people that when people say, here's
What
the
up,
saying, people
Rod?
say, women like assholes.
What up,
No, they
Rod?
don't. They like guys that can be confident and aggressive, but it doesn't even have to be
Yeah,
a dick,
that's true.
right? Like I can tell like an edgy joke to a woman where I joke about like a dress or something. That's going to hit a lot differently than calling a woman fat and old. Right?
Yeah.
One of those is like aggressive and
Yes.
confident and edgy, and the other is just fucking mean. Nobody wants to be with an actual asshole. That's not like a
Yeah.
fun experience. You just want to be somebody that's confident, has an edge to them.
Yeah.
You have better
So-
chance being a dick than being a nice guy is the point. If we have to go off two extremes, the point is this. This is the bottom line. Don't pedestalize women.
Sure, I agree with that.
Mhm.
But I don't think living with
you
your
can
wife is
be-
pedestalizing.
Can I just
You
say
can
real
be
quick?
a nice
Spending all your
I
time,
end up
spending
doing
all
it.
your time with your chick is pedestalizing her
It
to a
is.
degree.
But can I just say one
It
thing?
is.
I like okay, so I get what you guys are saying definitely makes sense. Like when you separate with someone when you're in the heat of an argument, then that can diffuse things and it can also cause you to not pedestalize your woman. But should we really be doing that and making these ridiculous, rules like we need to live separately versus just learning how to personally develop ourselves to have these conversations in our relationships and actually work through these hardships and difficult times versus needing to
It's nice to see actually pretty women on the Fresh and Fit podcast. She's pretty. This girl's pretty. She's got a weird kind of nose though. But listen. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I totally disagree with the whole you need a separate house to live with. It's just not. It's not a practical solution for the problem that is today. Like most guys can't even afford one fucking house. Having two houses, it's just. I think it's stupid. I think it's fucking stupid as fuck. And I think it's not practical. And therefore, if it's not practical, it's not useful. If it's not useful, then what the fuck are we doing talking about it? Because the average guy can't do that. And we're trying to help the average guy. The problem is with the average guy and the average woman. And this is just not conducive right now.
Talking about
That
the
is-
gay
I
shit.
know.
You are describing gay
That's
shit.
not what I'm
It's a
saying.
little bit of an
That's a good
oxymoron.
I want to
to be
be. I
honest.
want to be able to talk to my woman, but a lot of those conversations that you're talking about, where you need to get to know them all the time, you want to see the good and the bad. I want to see all. I want to see the real you.
Dax,
I don't
DM
want
me.
to see all the bad stuff. I want to
DM me.
know about it, but why do I have to deal with that?
Dax,
A good
give me
relationship
ID.
is about putting your best foot forward at all
Okay.
times
Why is
and
it
making each other
dealing?
happy.
I guess
Why? Hold on. Why does love for a lot of these people equate to being showing your bad stuff too, crying all the time, arguing? That's the real. No, it doesn't have to be that. Why can't we just put our best foot forward at all times? You do
Because
that in
the
every other.
higher that you don't do that in every relationship. You don't do that with your friendships either. You don't do it with your family relationships.
Ideally, you do.
No, absolutely.
That's
not.
the most
Absolutely
ideal
not. Friends
friendship.
are supposed to be there for you when you're down too.
All right, bye,
Not
Facebook.
just like only my best foot forward, right?
Okay, look,
All right,
look.
can I-
This is going to end all. The
Yeah.
bottom line is this simply: why you should not live with your girl. It makes you more attractive as a man. Period. None of y'all can argue that because
Okay.
you're working on yourself. You're busy. You're not always available. These are things that are inherently attractive. So therefore, you will be more attractive to your girl, even though she doesn't like it. That's the bottom line. Why you should not live with a girl. It's not from the female perspective. It's from the male perspective. But you being a more attractive mate, not always being available.
All right.
And
but
on-
from
and-
a-
and-
but
and-
from a
and-
neutral-
At a
from a-
deeper level, as a
That's fine.
man,
Yeah,
let's
kill
say we-
Twitter too. We're on YouTube and Rumble, guys. Come on over.
let's say we argue, right? And we become at odds. And you say, you know what? Fuck this nigga. I'm about to call the police and say that he hit me. Guess what? Now I'm out of the house and he can stay in the house for free. So ultimately speaking, it could be in a man's not best interest to live with you because you can mess him up at any point in time.
But that's
All right,
if you're
well-
with a toxic girl that would call the police.
Yeah,
Like you.
Why
Yeah.
would
No,
call
but
the
that's
police?
not
Toxic.
Yeah,
okay.
toxic.
Yeah,
but
toxic has multiple meanings, and what she's saying is
She
that
said she was
what
toxic.
she's more so talking about is that sometimes you
Wait,
develop
are you a
self.
lawyer? I know you're a lawyer.
Sometimes you self-sabotage. Sometimes you develop self-sabotaging
Wow.
behavior, and you
Wow.
become aware of it, and you
Wow.
try to
Exactly.
heal and grow and learn.
Lawyer
So
and
now the next
therapist.
time that she comes into a serious relationship, she'll be more aware of those things that trigger her, and she'll be able to better move through those
But
feelings.
why is that my
But
problem?
wait, time out. What I wanted to say before was that you yourself said, oh, you can't apply this standard to the world universally, but then here you are trying to apply standards universally to all women. So that's a neutral perspective. You
Not
cannot
all, majority.
Majority.
you cannot
Majority.
apply universal things. The bottom line is that I will have my dating preferences and I will have my standards and I will have my expectations. And the girl next to me might have completely different ones. The man across you might have completely different ones. We don't need to compare and contrast. I'm going to look for somebody that aligns with my sets, whatever they are.
Mhm.
You're going to look for somebody that aligns with yours, and we're both going to live full, happy lives.
Right.
Like there's the debate and the argument of like you trying to get people to agree. It's like what we're trying to agree on is not going to ever be agreeable because we're all different people. So it's like you're applying universal thinking.
She's looking at Myron and Fresh at the same time.
Attracted to, and not being available is definitely one of them.
There
Okay,
is
but not
there is a
being
difference, real quick.
judgmental.
There is a
Like-
difference between like when you open a relationship versus like when you're married, right? Like if you're, for instance, if you're like just getting to know a girl, even all agree that there are certain things you could keep in mind. So for instance, not responding to her text immediately or some shit like that. There are some games you could play that might be understandable to make it so more desirable. But at this point,
toxic. I'll reply. I don't care if a bitch is like, "Oh, he replied too soon to me." I'm like, "All right, well, you're fucking moron." Because I live in reality and I know everybody's addicted to their fucking phones. And if you can't handle the fact that I'm an adult that responds to you in a fucking timely manner, then I mean, you're a fucking moron. You're literally a fucking moron. I don't have time to play these fucking games anymore. And I'm the fucking man now. So I'm just like, listen, bitch, this is me. And nowadays, I just lead with my flaws. I'm like, here's all the fucking terrible things about me. So if you can tolerate that, there's a shitload of good behind that.
Start the game.
There's a game.
We're the ones that say, "Oh, I'm not going to text him back," or "Let me pretend to try hard."
Some women does that. Some men does that. But
a lot of women play games. The reason why, I wish we could walk up to girls like, "I find you attractive. Let's fornicate," but that would never work because women don't operate that way. You guys don't operate on direct communication. I wish I could go up to you and tell you what I really think.
Some actually can work in a lot of cold approach situations. You can't like say like, "Hey, let's fuck," but just being direct is. Especially in today's world of fucking cowards who hide behind their screens, like, "Oh, I'm just gonna fucking swipe a bunch on Tinder and take the cell phone selfies and hopefully get some booty." No, but if you're direct with a woman nowadays, bro, they like it. Especially if you look the part. Money Muscles Game Frame. That's the part. By the way, guys, don't forget subscribe to the channel and hit that like button right now. We've got fuck all likes, dude. I should just end this stream. 100 plus, only 33 likes. What is this, a fucking charity? Is this the goddamn fucking Goodwill? Is this the Goodwill of YouTube? Just because I have low viewership doesn't mean I should have low likes, God damn it. Smash that like button. It's the thumb button. Push the thumb button. Help a brother out. Let's continue.
Back for like 3 days, and that was just like the best thing in my life.
It stimulates.
Especially on camera, they won't say it.
Most women are addicted to emotions, so it's a stimulant.
What is most women are addicted to emotions? Everybody's addicted to emotions. We're emotional creatures.
So it's a stimulant because you don't get complacent in it. If you're constantly wondering, like, damn, does this nigga
okay, that's fine, but if you live your life,
that keeps you literally focused on one person instead of getting attention from other people.
It doesn't. She'll lose interest. She's not going to stay with you if you play games with that. Number one. And number two, the only types of girl that will maintain interest are the girls that are going to show up at 6 a.m. slashing your tires.
That's
the type of girls that you're picking for.
If you're a man and you have frame, she's going to respect you.
No, she won't respect you. My man can't even live with me. My man can't even live with me. You think she's going to respect that?
That's where frame comes in.
Listen,
what is the frame? The frame is I can't be around you for more than.
Listen, Destiny's right in this case. Destiny's right here, guys. I'm sorry, but like. Having a separate house, this is childish. This is asinine. This is stupid. And no, I'm not shit talking Myron and Walt and stirring the pot. It's called being a fucking man, my own opinion. And I just, after looking at it logically, it does not make any sense. But they are correct about the distance. If you're constantly up under each other all the time, you're going to go crazy. You do need distance. You do need time. She needs to miss you. When a woman loves you and there's space, there's distance, that's when her feelings grow in the garden of her heart. Okay? Like you have to give them space for those feelings to grow, for her to like, you got to give her space to miss you. Okay? Because you're always up under each other. It's just like, oh, God, get away from me, bitch. And she thinks the same as well. Right?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
That's crazy.
And I would say relationships. If you look at like what men want versus what women want, it's inherently adversarial. And the reason why is because men are looking for sex, women are looking for resources, time, and attention, and it's a dance between the two genders to get the other commodity from the other without giving up theirs. So, for example,
that's not even true, though.
Really?
Really?
Hold on, let me explain.
Well, no, wait. Hold on. Before you do your explanation, this is the easiest thing in the world. Okay? I can make so many personal texts to you, and I'm not doing it.
That's not a personal attack.
Anyway, listen. Okay? If you go and you find an incel, okay, an actual incel, all right, what is the thing they're looking for most in life?
A hug.
It's not sex. They want the love and warmth and compassion of being in a relationship, right? That's what people, that's what guys, and the sex, sure. But not just sex, but the idea that somebody loves them and accepts them enough to have sex with them. That's why you can't tell an incel, yo, just go buy a prostitute and go fuck her for a night. Or that's why you can't tell any man, like, if you make enough money, just fuck a different hooker every night. Because you don't want to fuck a hooker. You want somebody that loves and accepts you. That's part of being in a relationship.
Here's the thing. You didn't refute what I was trying to say was the two genders are adversarial in general. And the reason why is because both parties want something from the other without necessarily giving up their situation. I'll give you, if you guy courts a girl, right? She wants time, attention, and resources from that man before she gives him sex, right? And I guess how do we say this? An indicator of a man having good game is being able to not give all that up while simultaneously getting sex. That's what the parameter that guys use to establish if a guy has good game. So what I'm saying is that The two genders want the commodity that the other one has without giving up their commodity. So it's inherently adversarial. Now I get what you're saying. Oh, well, you're in a relationship, etc. You still have to play the game when you're with your wife.
I think the goal is that if you're with a person, you enjoy giving them the time, the attention, the resources, because it makes both of you happy.
But if you give it to them in an abundant fashion, they don't respect it anymore. And here's the thing, dude, I wish it wasn't like that, but women don't respect you when they have leverage.
I think when you're selecting for crazy women like this, maybe, but for most women, I think they want you to want to spend time and attention and resources on them because
to
it's
get
fun.
the best out of your girl, to get the best out of your girl, where she's super loyal to you. She's not doing anything else on the side. She fucking only loves, admires, respects you. There's no fuck shit. And she stays loyal to you. You must have the leverage as the man.
Sure.
You must have the fear of God that if you leave her, her life is going to suck significantly more. So what's she going to do? She's going to be I'm telling you, women operate the best when they're stepping on eggshells, not trying to get you mad or get broken up with.
I think if you spend 3 days a week away from your woman, she's going to be sucking other dick in like 2 months. Tops.
That's not
true.
Sorry, bro. Not everybody's your wife, pal. Sorry, I'm going to go there. Not everybody's your fucking wife. Not everybody has this insatiable need for endless dick like your fucking wife who's broken. I'm sorry, bro. Normal women don't want to go out and get fucked by a bunch of dudes, bro. That when a woman is love, all she sees is you. And your girl sees your bank account. She sees your clout. She sees free American citizenship, which you all gave for her. You gave her freely gave. You required nothing in return from her other than living with you, where you pay probably majority of the bills. And even if she does contribute that money came from clout that you gave her, bro. Sorry, childish, dude. That women aren't like dudes. Like he's projecting his fucking male aggression like on women. Like, oh, I just need some dick. Women aren't sitting around like, oh, I just need to go out there and fucking suck some dick. Like, oh god, I need some dick. Like they're not like that, bro.
About here,
you shouldn't pedestalize her and think that you're in love the way that movies tell you to be in love. Like she's your world, like she's your everything, where you give everything away to her, because then you end up living with her for 8 years and then she talks about triggering and trauma and she'll end the relationship for no reason. Like you can invest everything into a relationship, but that's not inherently what women want. Women want to constantly try to chase your validation. It is what it is. You call it game, you're playing games. There's a reason why it's called game when you try to pick up a girl. It's always a game. Love is a back and forth. You say it's adversarial, but you are always in competition to some extent. Women will constantly shit test you. They always want to see if you're the man that's capable of leading. They want to see if you're the guy in charge. If you're spending 8 years with her all the time, you're going to lose your frame. You're going to lose that masculine essence about you. That's what attracted her to you in the first place.
That's not true.
All right, so I think she asked me, but it's okay. My thing is, I say you don't fall in love with a woman, you have love for a woman. And the reason why I say you don't fall in love is because when a man falls in love, what ends up happening is the rational thought is gone. Now they're acting off of emotion. And the last thing you want to be as a man is acting off of emotion with your woman. That's her job to fall in love and be emotional. Women need that. Men don't need that. Men need to be in a rational mindset at all times, even when dealing with their girl. Because the thing is that when you're with a girl and she does stupid shit or pisses you off or she disobeys you or whatever, you need to be in the rational frame to be like, that wasn't acceptable behavior. This needs to be corrected right now. But you can't operate and tell your girl that if you're in love with her.
Right. You don't you feel like guys are so much more logical anyway, just naturally that it can supersede that?
No,
even
because
if they
we have
feel...
feminized men nowadays that think that falling in love is the way to go. And the reality is, no, you don't fall in love. You're not a woman. You need to be the leader in the relationship, always have frame and be the dominant. And to do that, you have to have love for her, not fall in love with her. But guys nowadays are extremely feminized, and they think that they can love a woman the same way she loves him, and that's not going to work.
Oh no!
Do you want your woman to fall in love with you?
Yes.
Jordan! Oh, that's so funny. That is hilarious. Welcome, Jordan. Sorry you have to see me like this. Welcome to the show, buddy. Love you. Love you so much. Miss you. Hey, I'm going to be in Miami on the 17th to 24th. Come on down. Come on down. Let's smoke some weed because it's legal. Because we both have medical marijuana cards. YouTube.
You wouldn't even give me a chance if I wasn't the man that in the first place.
Maybe you have to provide more than
you
just
might be able
finances.
to help me come in and make me a little bit better, but you're not going to make.
What is this? Girl disobeys. Excuse me. Yeah, disobeys. Okay, that's why you belong to the streets.
She belongs to the streets.
You single? Probably.
Own self-control.
Oh, that's a nice reframe. I'm not running. I'm choosing to leave because I want to leave and I don't want to be around you all the time.
Self-control?
It's not about self-control. It's about I know what women are attracted to and I know what's best for the relationship to last. So I'm not going to give my girl all my time and attention at all times because women don't respect that.
But you're saying men become weak when they live with their women.
They do.
Then that's their fault. That's not the woman's fault. That's the man's fault.
No. But see, here's the thing. You got to set yourself up in an environment to win sometimes. Being around your girl all the time is going to make you softer. There's a reason why men that get married that have kids, their testosterone drops. You have to do things sometimes overtly to make sure that you still maintain the edge.
I want to say something. I think it happens because
when a man is spending the most time with their women, they're like always on their feminine side. Because as a woman, you always want to stay home, or well, most of the time you want to stay home and you want to be like on your feminine. So if the man is always at home, it's like spending like it's not like compliment. They're not complimenting themselves. They're always like in their feminine with the women. So we as women, we always want like the masculine side of the man, and we want to see it like 100% all the time. So that's why basically they'll need space inside for themselves to keep like that masculinity in.
Right.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Can I just on that note, I think it's this ideology that if you live with your woman, you suddenly have no other outside life and your lives just completely merge together. Both parties should still be independent. You should still have friends. You should still have a job. Like if you have to travel for work, like these are other outlets that you're not around just women all the time. Like you still have male friends.
I mean, yes, of course, but if you're living
haram,
male friends, nope.
You're gonna spend it 100%. Well, most of the time with your partner. So
that is not true.
I mean,
you know, hold on. When you live together with a partner, you have, unless you're literally in like fucking New York City in like a box with each other, like you have different parts of the house you hang out in. Just because you're living together doesn't mean you spend every waking moment together.
It's
But
the same space, though. It's the same space.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean you're right next to each other. For a healthy relationship,
big ass mansion. She's on the other side. You're
I
gonna
don't
see
need
her
a big.
destiny.
Bro, I live in
see
Miami
my
just
man
like
when I
you
go
do.
to
Okay, I don't have a
see her,
fucking
bro.
mansion out here. Okay,
You're gonna see her.
you could be. Yeah, you're gonna see her, but that's okay. You should be able to be around each other
Yeah.
and not be in each other's face 100% of the time.
Even
but
if-
like really basic things like being able to sleep together every day, being able to wake up in the morning and see each other. Like these are things you can do without like encroaching in each other's space. Like it's a fine thing.
I agree.
But if you're sleeping with, you're definitely encroaching on their space if you're sleeping with them every day. How? It's literally your bed. They're right there.
That's your space.
What's wrong with it if they're satisfying you?
Again,
They
this
won't
is
be
to
all the time.
Again, ladies, you guys are failing to realize that I'm talking about the man maintaining attraction with the woman. Always being available for your girl is going to make you less attractive. Period.
But I mean,
I see-
you're saying we're failing to understand something, and other women are just disagreeing and expressing that we're attracted to other things. And maybe we fall in this exception
What
that you're
women say
talking
they're attracted.
about.
Hold on. Let me stop you real quick. What women say they're attracted to and what they're aroused by are two different things. Women typically give politically correct answers when it comes to what they're attracted to. They will never say the truth about "I like you to spank me and pull my hair."
And
We're having
choke
sex.
you.
I want you to choke me. Oh,
Tie
I want
you
you
up.
to ignore me. I want you to have.
It's spelled nonsense is SENSE.
Find women outside of these very hyper niche red pill spaces that are like, oh yeah, like I found a really good guy. He leaves like half the week every week. That's never gonna happen.
That's my point.
Those relationships don't exist.
No, they
don't exist.
Most guys just don't have the ability to do so.
If most guys don't have the ability to, then most relationships are like that by default.
Most guys don't have the ability to do it, so they have to go ahead and do what? Submit to the woman's will. Live with her, give her all this attention.
Why do you say submit to the? Maybe you both enjoy it.
That's not what men inherently
That's
want.
impossible.
And also what they're talking about is
necessarily.
probably mostly subconscious as well. Because like, for example, my ex, when he would leave and like go away to work somewhere for like a week, I would miss him so fucking
There
much
you go.
while he was gone.
Good.
Like
Good.
so much.
There you go.
And so like, I see the point
That's good. It's healthy for the relationship. It is healthy.
to blatantly do this just to evoke this reaction. It's just something that naturally happens.
Yeah, no. But what you're saying is true. When people go on trips and stuff, you can do that. But that's different than like we've got it structured so I'm gone 180 days
Right,
of the year.
that's what I'm saying. Like
Sure.
I agree with you.
180 days a year, no. But dude, even Alex Hormozy and Layla Hormozy talk about like they strategically stay away from each other every day while they work so they can fucking facilitate missing each other and be happy to reunite.
Planning that, true, but ultimately the outcome is the same when someone is away and you
There you
miss
go.
them.
No.
The same. But okay, I get
The outcome is not the same because the intention is important.
I completely agree with what you're saying there.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be structured like I'm going to spend exactly. You don't have to write out the calendar days of when you're going to go spend
not like
time
a
away.
contract.
It really
Right.
doesn't matter how much. If you were to tell your woman, listen, on Saturday I'm going to leave the house, and she's like, well, what's up? It's like, I just want to like get away from you for a day.
No, you don't say that. You don't say that.
Let's do
Oh,
it.
so now you're lying about why you leave
You're not lying.
every week.
Here's the
It
thing.
would
You don't
be
explain
weird.
yourself. That's another thing too. Like, bro,
You don't have to
I don't
justify
explain
it.
myself to women. I'm just gonna do this. I'll see you later. That's it. I don't sit here and negotiate or any of this stuff. I'm the leader. She's a subordinate. I don't owe her a
It's
fucking
either she
answer.
falls into frame
No.
or she doesn't,
I don't
or the
know.
Men
relationship's
lead,
not going
women
to work.
follow. We're not equal.
I already know the answer, but just to ask, like, if the woman would said the same thing, she's like, okay, well, I'm going to be gone on Sunday. That wouldn't
I
make
need
sense.
to know.
Not be
You
arguing
would need
about
to know
it.
that.
And the reason, here's the reason why I
Okay.
need to know. I'm the authority in the relationship. I am the leader. I'm the protector. So I must know. Her, on the other hand, she is a subordinate. So therefore, we have different roles in the situation. She must tell me where she's going. I must know because I'm responsible for her safety. She's not responsible for my safety, so I don't have to tell her shit.
Well, not
Men
totally
are
responsible because
Are
you're
you
gone
my-
for some of the
Are
time,
you
right?
my
Because here's the
parent?
thing,
Are
you
you my
guys-
careger?
No,
Like,
he's
are you
your
my
leader.
parent?
No.
Oh.
But here's the thing.
There it is, typical American fucking girl. Are you my father? Bitch, you need a father.
At all.
Right. She said independent. They both need to be independent. Absolutely not. The woman should be dependent and the man should be independent. One should be the leader. One should be the follower. That's
listen here, you foul mouth fucking vagabond. All right. If you've been watching me, I just said on this stream that I don't agree with the whole game thing. And a woman saying she doesn't like playing games is fucking rich. That is rich for you to say you don't like fucking playing games. That is hilarious. Just go back to your husband, please. Go make him a sandwich. Just go. You're looking like a fool right now, sweetie. Go. And make sure you cut the fucking sandwich diagonally, not down the middle, because Jesus Christ, if you do that, haram! Come on, baby, you're better than that. I believe in you.
But you don't need to try to tell me.
I'm not trying to tell you that.
No. I know you're not. I'm talking
Nobody's
about
trying to tell you.
In general. Oh, women want to admit. Women say this. I can speak for myself. I have a voice. I'm expressing how I feel. I'm expressing what I think.
Yes, Queen.
I don't need to.
So you speak for all women?
No, I don't. I just said.
Okay,
I speak for myself.
So then, hold on. So there, in your own words, you're speaking from a limited perspective because you're only speaking on yourself. I'm speaking for women in general. Women don't like guys that give them too much attention and time. I'm saying this like guys that give. What you like is irrelevant. Like I'm talking about.
Okay, so how is giving it to her? She might find it somewhere else.
Not say that because she left her man.
Damn.
Stop for 2 seconds.
He's making my dinner right now, actually, hun. Don't call me hun. You're a married woman, first of all. And guys, L in the chat for this guy who is making this woman dinner. Yikes.
But that does not mean that the general masses of women don't respond favorably to what I'm saying, which is what? Retracting attention, being attractive, keeping your masculinity on point, staying sharp. These things are inherently going to be attractive to a majority of women. Maybe not you guys because you like attention. That's y'all. But most women want a guy who isn't always going to be available. That's my
shout out to my man Brian Harris, aka Scotty from Good Looking Loser, who's making a reemergence on the internet. He will be on the show. Scotty, I have a lot to talk to you, buddy. Thank you so much. 999 super chat. Time apart makes a heart grow fonder. Yes. Living situation doesn't need to be buried. Yes. Also very true. Okay. Women don't like guys with their head up their asses. Well, I guess I'm gonna fucking cry myself to sleep because I missed out on a wonderful woman like you. I'm gonna put it in my Hello Kitty diary.
Camaraderie is. Like, if you think about the happiest state of a man, it's usually like guys will talk about their football team, their fraternity. They'll talk about the friendships that they had when they were living together. And then they'll see each other afterwards after they're married. And then they'll meet at a bar. They're having a beer. They're like, man, you changed after I got, oh, well, the kids, oh, the wife and the kid. Having that male camaraderie around you is how a man stays on his tip-top shape. And that's in his happiest place. I know that you're trying to call it effeminate and gay that men want to live together. But having that around you, having that a male space
also,
around you is extremely important.
Why are there so many sexless marriages, ladies? Explain that to me.
I have sex whenever my man wants it.
Why do you keep bringing it back to yourself?
I'm just saying.
She's a good woman, though. She's a good woman.
You gotta be able to have critical thinking skills to not attribute every single thing I say back to your own existence.
A lot of women really like sex. Like y'all, men talk about y'all have sex a lot, but the reality is a lot of y'all can't even last long or actually have sex more than 2 to 3 times because your dicks get sore or sensitive.
She said a lot. She said a lot. She got experience.
It's not about you, Fresh.
She said a lot.
Ladies, the fact is this. Why do so many men report sexless marriages? I'm telling you, a big part of it is because they're too available for their girl. And women need to feel that emotional tug. Oh, he's not always here, etc. It makes the heart grow fonder. There's a reason why they say distance makes the heart grow fonder.
It's true.
Just because you like all that attention and the guy being on top of you doesn't mean that other women do. You can't use your own relationship as the paradigm to base other situations where your situation might not match.
I don't know why we're assuming that like the sexist stuff is coming from like women. Like, bro, a lot of guys these days are jerking off so fucking hard they can't even come from fucking. Like, there's so many problems with guys today. Like,
probably a big part of it.
Destiny, here's an example of what happens when you live with a woman. Happens all the time.
It's the guys that are reporting the sexist marriages, though.
Here we go. How it started, how it's ending. I'm telling you, bro. You get lazy, you get comfortable, and things start to slack off. And as a man, you need time and space to make yourself more of more value.
Hey,
it happens all the time.
So
man.
what? It has a little, and so what?
You got to trust biology, boys. Here's a reality too. Okay, when you are in a relationship with a woman and you live with her, your testosterone levels do drop, and the only way your testosterone stay the same is if you're getting pussy elsewhere. Don't get mad at me. That's the science. Or if you're taking testosterone replacement therapy. But I for one, trust nature.
Girl's going to be like,
when
let's
you love
cuddle
someone,
now.
when you
love someone, you want them to be their best self. You don't want them to be
but when you love someone, you don't really give a fuck about what they look like in the long term because you like that person.
For you. If you love someone,
if you only care about what the person looks
it's
like,
not about
maybe
looks,
you don't really
it's
like
about
the
health.
person.
If you love someone, you want them to be their best self.
You can come to the gym
One mic at a time. So shout out to Daquan for sending this post from Twitter. But keep in mind, that's only one aspect of what we're seeing. We're just seeing the manifestation of his physical. The mental is as well comfortable and lazy. I'm telling you, it takes time, but it affects
the physicality is just the outward manifestation of him being lazy. But you were trying to say something? Go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
I don't remember.
That if you love somebody, their looks shouldn't matter.
Exactly. Like, stupid. No, don't. Okay, so if you love someone and the person kind of gets lazy and get a few pounds and stuff, okay, but it's not like that bad. Okay, if he wants to get in shape, you can like motivate him to get in shape because that's what you do. That's what you do when you're in a couple. Like you talk and you find solution and you motivate. Okay, so I used to go to the gym and then my man used to. What?
Sorry,
so I was going to the gym and my man took a little bit of pound and then I motivated him to go to the gym with me. At first he didn't want it to, but then I motivated him.
No, I'm pretty sure that's actually even statistically true. You could look this up, but I'm pretty sure that men in marriages tend to even be healthier than single men in advance because wives usually push you to do things like go to the doctor, get a physical, take care of yourself, or like eat healthy because like men generally don't give a fuck about anything.
That's not the argument though. The argument
is exactly the argument. That being around a woman in that way can keep you healthier.
Wise for the man to be missed and be actually longed for, you need that space. But just to answer your point as well. Look, listen, I get it. Looks may not matter to you. Once again, most women, how they meet the man is how they want them to end up on the long term.
But he's not obese though. It took like maybe.
That wasn't the point, baby.
Yeah, but
bitch, you're obese.
Said he was fat. He's not fat.
You know what I mean?
He's on the way.
So,
we're just saying how you meet somebody is how you want them to be for the most part of it. If they change, that's cool and all, but you might be like, damn, this nigga kind of fat now. And you might say, oh yeah,
I still
go work
you.
out. But you said earlier he didn't want to at the very beginning. Why is that? He's comfortable. He didn't want to.
Yeah, men can't be comfortable.
I pushed him.
Men can't be comfortable. And honestly, ladies, if you're at a point where you got to motivate your man to do shit, you
I love to motivate my man to do shit because he's going to motivate me to do stuff. This is how a couple work.
No, it's
this is how a couple work.
I think she's French. She's pretty feminine. Guys, smash the like button, by the way. Please go ahead and smash the like button.
Say that choosing the right partner is really key to that process. But one thing that I will say is when a lot of those books were written, it's a totally different time to what we're in now. And women are very different to how they were back then. So had these same people been writing the books today?
Yeah, women are worse because they're not like how they were fucking back in the day. That's the reality. They are worse. And this chick is trying to justify her whoredom.
Like, this is like an exchange.
My point is that
women are different nowadays, and so like they need to adapt. Like, oh, okay, cool. Well, let's see. What are women doing nowadays? They drink more alcohol, binge drinking more than men nowadays. They are bigger fucking sluts than men nowadays. They are aborting babies at an alarming rate. Okay, American women abort more babies than women in China do, and China is over a 1 billion population. Just factor that in for a second. Okay.
I'd rather we both
you're gonna have to compromise. Love is compromising. For sure, you're gonna have to compromise in a relationship.
You don't.
How
a better relationship is when you're putting your best self forward.
That's a made up. Okay, that's an expectation.
That's what idealistic means.
No.
Well, if you're talking Islam and shit, isn't there like some virtue in holding yourself back from certain things that are haram? That friction that's created in life of you taking a little bit of a step back from things like hold on. Focus on, use your brain. The whole point of what I'm saying, right? There are some things in life that you take a step back from because denying yourself certain.
I would punch Destiny in the face if he said fucking shit like that. If I was sitting next to him, use your brain. He's very condescending and tries to make people look stupid. That's part of his arguments. And we'll just keep watching. You'll see.
And it's better than what you would have had just chasing, I guess, girls on your own.
If you want to bring the Quran up, the Quran really values the differences between masculinity and femininity. It tells us to be separate. Women don't stay in the same mosque as men. They're in a different section. They really value men being in tip-top shape at all times and being the leaders and providers.
Yeah, but I bet husbands and wives live together in Islam.
Not always.
Amina.
Not always. 99% of the time.
Yeah. Okay, but you're saying it's not a requirement. You're saying go by the Quran. There's no verse in the Quran that says you need
No,
to
the
live with your
reason why I
wife.
bring up the Quran is because you're trying to make this argument that compromise is bad. But sometimes you compromise on things to build something more than what you could have otherwise.
My
Like you're
point is,
doing this
ideally,
workout
you
stuff,
don't.
right? Going to the gym is a compromise for you.
No,
right?
it's not.
Yes, it is.
What am I compromising?
You could be eating more fast food. You could be eating more
not a
shit. You could be being
compromise.
lazy on the couch. You could do other things in life that are more fun. You could be drinking alcohol, but you don't. You go to the gym, you suffer a little bit, you compromise there, so you build a better body and you're healthier.
No. What he's arguing is that it's the man that he doesn't compromise because of the woman is what he's saying. It's like he's compromising because it's intrinsic.
That was a dumb fucking argument. You compromise by being lazy and eating shitty food? That is a dumb argument.
For a woman's feelings is
There you go.
not the priority
It's
for
not-
a man. That's
If it's
a
not,
bad.
that's fine, but then you're not looking for a relationship, which is
Well,
fine.
If you
you're
think
not,
a relationship is all compromise, then go ahead. But
part
like,
of a
for most
relationship,
men,
a good relationship, part of it is compromise. That's true in business. You compromise with your business partners.
That's
It's true in
true.
friendships. You compromise with your
Yeah.
friends. What do you want to do tonight? Okay, we'll do
It
this instead. You
is-
compromise in every single relationship. With family, you do it with family. Why would you not compromise with your
The
significant
woman
other?
has to compromise significantly more than the man does.
Yeah.
and it's
And
better for the relationship.
Not at the expense of
The
the man
person who
being the man.
compromises more. Here's the thing: the person who compromises more does not have frame. So, in other words, the woman needs to compromise more to the man,
I don't even know what that means. I mean, like,
Smash like, guys. We need it.
but the woman to a significant extent more.
It's better if the woman fits into the man's frame.
That's how it's got to go. The person who compromises more, right, is in a less leveraged position. The person that compromises
all this
less.
thought of like leverage and my partner leaving me immediately if I don't have the.
It's not
the
that
strong-
complicated. It's not that
It's-
complicated.
it
One
is
is the leader.
complicated.
Smart guy. You
One
know
is the
this.
leader. One's the follower.
Yeah.
The follower
must
compromises
compromise.
more.
Okay, but so
That's
this
simple.
is why like all these women today don't want to date these men is because they believe shit like this. Like
No.
most people aren't looking to be
No,
led
not-
around like a
no,
child.
it's other
Like
way
people are
around.
generally
Yeah.
looking for
No.
when you're talking to women that are getting degrees and are fucking lawyers and shit, they're not out here looking for a guy to lead them around like a fucking dad. That's not
Yes,
what
they
they're looking
are.
for.
Yes,
they want
they are.
partners in life.
Yes, they are.
They want
Yes, they are.
partners.
No,
become
no.
leaders.
We literally just interviewed a fucking lawyer female on the episode right here. And she's like, I'm ready to submit to a man. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Increasing for the past 20 years. It
But
used to be
but-
like 24% of women would be okay with a guy out earning her or her out earning a guy, and that number's gotten increased over
But
time
here's the difference.
because culture's
Here's
changing.
the difference, though. When a man makes that money, he doesn't give a fuck what the woman makes. But when the woman makes that money, she does care.
That is not true.
So that-
Men absolutely care what the status
About
of
a
the woman
woman's
is.
income?
Yes.
Really?
That's
Yes.
not true at all.
So
It's
I'll
not
bring
true
this up.
whatsoever.
This is something you guys have a really hard time understanding because you guys are all new money, okay? Old money doesn't move like that, where you say like, I don't care about the woman's education, I don't care about the woman's income, blah, blah, blah. That is absolutely not true. If you go to old money areas where there are wealthy people, they all go to the same schools together, they're in the same clubs together, they're in the same fucking apartment complex here, they live in the same neighborhoods, and they have the same family friends. There are not
Preach.
rich guys in old money areas that are going to fucking Starbucks to pick up a woman. Now, new money shit, YouTube and
Yeah, you dipshit. And the fucking message here is not for old money people. Again, you're taking a small example and trying to blanket statement to the fucking average man. This podcast is engineered and designed to help the average man, not fucking old money. Dude, like, what are you even talking about? Makes no sense.
new
But it
money
has
people don't. But if you're part of a decent family that's
And-
doing well,
And fucking Destiny, you're new money, you fucking dipshit.
just like some fucking whatever, your family's going to look down at you for that. None of your family's going to be like,
But,
oh, that's really cool.
not
Like, this
sure.
guy's don't care about anything. That's not true.
Because you're mentioning, here's the thing. You have outside influencers getting into the relationship, but if the guy was left his own devices, which you're seeing now in modern day, they will go ahead and marry down.
Guys
The
are never
reason why-
left to their own devices.
No.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, because
No.
you're saying old money. The reason old money means it's family lineage and they had money for generations. So they're like, yo, we got to keep wealth in the family. We don't want you marrying some bum off the street.
Exactly. yeah.
But it's not because the guy didn't want to necessarily do it. It's because they're trying to protect the money and the wealth of the family so they can have generational wealth. But going back now today, guys that make money now, they don't give a shit because men never had an issue with
Yeah,
marrying
and what's
down.
happening to them? They leave the
It's-
NBA and they go bankrupt in 5
But
years.
that's not the point.
Right?
The point
No, that is
my
exactly the
argument-
point.
No.
Like
So
people,
you're changing the goalposts.
No, I'm
the
not.
argument is that men will date down, women won't. That's the argument.
No.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, women absolutely will. New money women. Didn't Britney Spears marry her fucking backup dancer or
Yes,
some
it
shit?
has.
Right? Sure. Yeah. A
And
lot of
that's
marriages, a lot of celebrity
gross
marriages don't.
exception to the rule.
No. There are a lot of exceptions to the celebrity world like that. All I'm saying is that if
Okay, there's one Britney Spears, and how tens of millions of not Britney Spears are there in America?
cultural areas, they're the same income levels, the same education. That's like been true of all of human history. It hasn't changed now. People that are super educated don't generally get with people with a high school degree. People that are super wealthy don't generally marry. Now, there are some exceptions, especially the new money world, but in general, people tend to stick with their own.
Dude,
That's like data that's been borne out in every.
Is this guy on fucking Adderall?
This women will not compromise and date down the same way a man will, is my argument.
Okay, men won't date down.
Men will date down.
No, they won't.
They absolutely will.
Yes,
No, they
they will, bro.
Do it every day.
I will.
Yeah, because you guys are new money.
Bro.
But also, you want women to be dependent on you.
Also,
So
what
What
that
I'm
women
saying is
get
that most
stressed out.
people, most men that are of actual status and have actual background and come from these types of families are not looking to date any random woman.
Okay.
They're looking to date other
So-
people that are of similar levels of
The 1% of the 1%. How does that a blanket statement across?
is on a date with a woman that works at Target. That's never
Yes,
gonna happen.
yes.
You absolutely will.
What are you talking about, bro?
Absolutely will. You absolutely
Yes.
will.
Bro.
whatsoever.
Half these people that they date on, it's just not true. And if you look at the stats on who people actually marry,
They might
and get
not
with,
marry
it's
her,
not like
but
that.
they'll give her a chance to date her. They will definitely give her an opportunity.
No, they won't. You won't even get a shot with a guy like that. You will never get a shot.
But
with
But also, haven't
Absolutely not.
more new millionaires being created in the last like 5
Bro.
years than like ever
Bro.
before in history?
They'll divorce a woman with a degree and go find a young girl at Hooters, bro.
No, they won't.
Yes, they will.
Again, that's it. It's like the easiest data-driven argument in the world. Like men and women tend to marry in similar backgrounds. That's like it's
But they will
becoming
still
boring.
date a girl that is lower than them.
No,
Is my
they won't.
point.
No, they won't.
They won't?
They won't.
Really?
But Destiny, if there's been more millionaires
What about Jeff Bezos?
that continue to do so, then there's going to be more
Sexy
new
Chris.
money than there is old money. So doesn't that make sense that ultimately the culture can change over time and this perception can change over time?
I mean, it might change over time, but it
But
hasn't
don't,
yet.
don't you
And
feel like
even
do you,
for-
do you feel like it hasn't changed at all, even a little bit? The needle hasn't moved at all.
There's not that many millionaires. I'm not creating my dating standards around millionaires.
Yes, you
when I say old
are.
money, that doesn't necessarily mean that your family is like a billionaire. It just means you're in a well-educated family. Again, these
God.
people tend to go to the same grade schools from an early age. They tend to go to similar colleges. They tend to be in similar social circles.
Right.
They're just not. You're not getting a lot of crossover from like really wealthy families to
Mhm.
people that are really poor. They just don't inhabit the same areas. They have a-
But there's just so many like crypto millionaires nowadays, right?
There's not
And
so
social
many.
media people. Well, there's so many people, at least of what
Well,
we see
they're gone
online,
now, but
right?
yeah.
Well, what you see online, but of course they're the
Yeah,
most
the crypto
visible people.
ones.
But there's not that many crypto millionaires. So very, very, very
Okay,
rare.
crypto millionaire was a bad example, but
Sure.
there's so many people who are making a lot more money than ever before, especially in the online space with the increases in technology. And so what I'm saying is with that, maybe this perception might be changing.
It might change, but even in those spaces, my guess is those people are still probably going to tend to date those people. Look how many Twitch streamers date each other. Look how many YouTubers date each other, right? Look at how many people that work in crypto people even that fucking date each other. Like that's still like pretty common.
You know,
tend to
crypto
stay-
millionaires shacking up.
What?
You know, crypto millionaires getting married.
I mean, I
That was a
see
poor
them
example, by
tweeting
the
shit,
way.
but like,
Yeah,
I'm saying that like these people tend to all hang out in their own fucking circles. Like this, they go on retreats together and shit. They go on like all these little fucking cruises and shit. They all tend to be with their own type of
Maybe
people.
in your circle, but that's just not true.
It's true of all of human society and all of human history. You can say my circle, but you're always talking about the
okay, maybe
exclusive
that's true.
rental
People
circle.
hang around their circles, but what matters more to a man is a woman who's going to fall into his frame. That comes first before any of that stuff. It doesn't really
No, what
matter.
matters
you
usually
can't
is that the
even-
man thinks the woman is
I
on
mean,
his
bro,
level. Yeah.
Men historically have always been okay with dating a woman below their own economic status
They-
and
no,
social status.
Below economic status, sure, but that's not always how value is measured for a woman. You said it yourself. A guy's not dating down because he sees a woman with less money, because that's not dating down to the guy. He's not selecting for that strategy, right?
But I'm talking about from a socioeconomic standpoint, he's dating down.
Okay, but in that case, women always date down because
Yeah.
women are always.
Shout out to Steven who just signed up for the Masculine Empowerment Network. Don't forget, the Masculine Empowerment Network is now open for enrollment. Guys, if you are sending a message, by the way, and it's immediately getting banned in the chat, can you send me a message on either Instagram, which is Hot Dude Life, or Interview with a Man? Somebody right now is telling me they are sending messages. Oh, I see why you're banned, bro. Never mind. I just unbanned you. You must have been saying some stupid shit, bro. Hypergamy Final Boss. Go ahead, try now. You're banned. You must have said some dumb shit.
What
If
I'm
women are
saying,
dating up, then
You
men must be
drink too much
dating
Red Bull,
down,
bro.
right?
women are dating up
Too many rebels.
socioeconomically and status-wise is what I tried to say.
Yeah.
And I qualified that by saying socioeconomically. Clearly, I didn't mention looks or anything like that. Now you went ahead and switched but is it if the girl's prettier than the guy, isn't she dating down? Whatever. Well, looks are subjective. Success isn't. If you're a millionaire, everyone knows you're a fucking millionaire successful. That's irrefutable. Beauty, however, is subjective. So that's why I didn't use the beauty standard. I used the socioeconomic standard.
Okay, you'd say beauty is subjective, but I'm pretty sure we can all agree with like some pretty concrete things. Like there's a prettier
broad
person than not.
Yes, there are some broad beauty standards, but what I'm saying is that I use socioeconomic status because that's easy to quantify.
Sure. But then again, I will retreat back to the stats that if you look, people in the top quintile tend to marry people in the top quintile, people in the top, the 20%, 20%, they all date each other. Like that's typically how it goes. It's not all these
No.
poor women that are
You're
marrying
talking
up
about
and all
marrying
these.
specifically.
But
Like,
if
yeah, if you're a Rothschild, you're going to want to marry
Well,
someone
sure,
that's
I'm
on
not
your
talking
level.
about just like
But-
banging random chicks. Anybody will fuck anybody.
But
at
if
that
we're
point.
talking
But-
about old
but
money,
old money,
the girl's
there's no-
dad is the one who has the money, and the women
That's
are
what I'm saying.
typically feminine, and they're not career driven because they don't have to because
It
their
depends on the
family has
community.
the
They
money.
can absolutely
Old
be
money. I
career
mean,
driven
I
and
have family
educated.
that's old money because of El Salvador, so I think I understand that more. And yeah, you date in your circle, but the women aren't trying to be lawyers and all this. Daddy has the money,
And
so
you can-
if they're marrying within the family due to
Hold on.
finances,
But
but the father has the
dad-
money, not the woman.
My
Can I
dad
finish
literally
talking
has
before you
the
interrupt, please?
money,
I'm
and
sorry.
I'm trying to be a lawyer, so that refutes your exact.
Yeah,
Are you
those-
old money?
Are you part of a society that helped build?
What he's talking about, owed money, is education level, and I'm a second generation lawyer. So by that standard, yes.
So that's
men that are successful and have wealth and have education aren't raising daughters just to be little like.
She should don't get catty like that with Zena. Zena knock you out. Shout out to the ETN. Can you change your username? ETN Destiny, $10 super chat on Rumble. Destiny is getting blasted on this podcast. No one I say I will use my wealth from being boss babe to be breadwinner and support female facts.
Socioeconomic status, earning capacity, etc. Her, right, being a lawyer is not going to carry the same value as a man being a lawyer.
It depends on the types of guys she's looking for. Not the guys that are just looking for a 20-year-old fuckable bangmate, sure. But like if she's like at a fucking law firm somewhere, she's probably going to be hit on like a fuck ton because it's going to be 90% lawyers there.
Yeah, they'll hit on her and they'll hit on another girl that works at Starbucks that's 19.
Sure, they will, but they'd rather marry her.
Absolutely.
Who do you want? You're a lawyer to law firm. Who are you going to bring home to your family? This girl that I met at Starbucks or a girl that's working at my fucking law firm? Who mom and dad want to see more?
Here's the thing. Her being a lawyer isn't as high on the totem pole as to make her attractive. Versus a man being a lawyer, that's going to be extremely high on a woman's totem pole of being attractive.
Sure, I disagree.
Like, what, you disagree that a male lawyer has more sexual market value than a female lawyer?
It depends on where you're at. Like, for instance, do you think a computer programming woman has high sexual value? You can say no, but put her in a college where it's 99% men, or look at like women in the army,
let's make it easy, right? By the time you graduate from college with your law degree, etc., let's say you got a 30-year-old male lawyer, you got a 30-year-old female lawyer. The 30-year-old male lawyer is going to be much more attractive than that 30-year-old female lawyer, and the reason why is because that man has more options than that woman.
Sure, broadly speaking, but the options that woman is losing are people she would want to date anyway.
But but those men are now being ostracized because of her status. Had she not been a lawyer, she would have had more options.
That's true.
True.
So it's a
but the
issue.
options that she's losing are probably options she wouldn't want to be with anyway.
No,
if a
her
woman
status
is a
was
lawyer,
lower, she wouldn't care.
Well, but her status isn't lower. She's a lawyer. If a woman is a lawyer at 30, and there are some guys that don't want to date her because she's a lawyer, she would never want to be with those guys. That's the whole point.
So she's effectively lowered her own ability to get a mate because of her success. That's what I'm trying to say.
You say lower ability. When I go on Tinder and I say no crackheads, I'm lowering my options too. That's okay though. Right, what do you mean? There's nothing wrong with lowering your options. You're not making an argument.
No, he's using sensationalism to destroy, to move the goalposts and try to make his opponents see stupid. That works on Twitch, but not with people who fucking actually have a good, solid, logical point. Destiny, come on.
Talking fast and loud.
Are you serious right now?
All right, I'm gonna hit the chat real quick. Where are we going? 50 it up? We got 20,000 watching on YouTube right now.
Yeah, 50 up.
All right.
Professional goal.
We're gonna read statements. All right. When a woman gets married and gets a ring, it doesn't mean a thing because her holes are still wide open. Okay, appreciate that. And then Christopher Harris goes, I know you're friends with Sneako. Even I liked him, but he has constantly been digging himself in stupid holes. Arolo was 100% correct. Sneako has not read the Rational Male. Talk about arguing.
What was he correct about? Like, tell me exactly what he was right about, because I don't even know.
Harris,
what
follow up and let us know.
Yeah.
With another $100 donor.
Said that 10. Said that since Destiny befriended Sneako influenced him enough to have a bad take on this low IQ take, Sneako needs to stop hanging out with Destiny.
What? We disagreed this whole show so
guys,
far.
You got to clarify specifically what y'all mean. Yeah. Yo, when only Fresh was on your side at the end, you lost, bro. Even Fresh knows that.
Talk about the last show.
Okay. Fresh man goes, why is it that when women are alone, they act masculine, but when men are alone, they don't act feminine? Interesting. Christopher Harris, I'm glad that Rolo got on because it exposed how stupid chat can be. Okay. Charlie or Camp Times goes, Sneako and Zena sitting in the tree.
Guys, there's 182 you watching. There's only 133 likes. I'm not unmuting this broadcast until I have 157 likes exactly. You got 30 seconds on the clock. We're at 133 likes right now. I need to get that to 157. Go ahead. Take your time. We're at 135. Let's go. Come on, kids. I know we forget, but I need to get these likes up. I'm running a business here. The like is the number one thing you could give to me, and it's fucking free. What kind of asshole do I look like to sit here and just beg for likes in my $900 Louis Vuitton shirt? What is the fucking matter? Is this show that bad? Am I that bad of a fucking person that you can't even give me free likes? Thank you. At 158 likes, let's get back to the show.
And Deeker, like you swept around your guys' things.
What the fuck?
Okay. Always happy to see Myron's wife outside of Fed W Peanut Butter. All right. Thanks, guys. Roofix Legacy Production goes, first time super chatting. Watched y'all since 2020. Always good to not just have a motherfucker run the show, but to have Sneako and Destiny. Oh, Myron Fresh. Okay. Y'all can bump heads about topics and still respect one another, which is all that matters. Okay. Yeah, we disagree.
We don't need to be douche nozzles. about it.
What up, Sneako? Blue hair, you soft as a baby food. Go home.
Hey, what's up, man?
The poor old sense.
Okay, Billy Cho goes, ladies, do you want to have work during and after having children to pay significant bills in a relationship? If no, why do a majority of women prioritize their careers over finding a higher income man? Real quick for the ladies, after you have children, would you guys want to pay a significant amount of the bills? Raise your hands if it's a yes.
Be honest.
Okay, nobody.
You got no
Why,
money.
I mean, why would you?
Nobody. Okay.
Why
Not even the lawyer? Come on, man, Miss Career.
It's not that I want, like, I have a preference but the basic ideology of it that I think of it as is that I still want to marry a man that is able to still provide the life that I'm accustomed to, and that's able to provide that for my children. So if I have kids, I would want the option to not work anymore, and I would be with the man that could provide that opportunity to me. That's essentially what happened with my parents. My mom worked, she had kids. My dad was like, you don't have to work anymore if you don't want to. She stopped working. She was a stay-at-home mom.
I've said that.
Fact. Good mom. Good mom.
Work if they don't want to.
At all times.
That's why that's typically what they want in a man. Blue hair needs to be deported. Holla. Okay. Yvette Simonis, make no mistake. This is the official rating and 1 hour out call rates for tonight's episode. So, ladies, he's gonna rate you guys what he thinks and then what he would pay you for sex.
What the?
He gave Angie a 9.
Bro, what?
$1,000. Nice, Myron. Thanks, bro. Gabby $4 $0. Zaria $3 Stephanie $4 Nina $600. Amy $4 Dom $4 Zena $1,000.
Back off.
She got dressed up just for this moment, and then Khala $5. Okay, so that's what he rates you guys and what he will pay y'all for
sex. No, he put his IG in there. He's really about it.
That's so weird, bro.
I paid $100 to say that.
Loose Furs Delirium goes, for everyone on the panel, are you aware of double speaking in the English language? The word queen is slang for queen, an impudent or ill-behaved girl or woman, a prostitute. I know that. One Neo Lean goes, Sneako, you were on a bed with your girl you stated cared about you as she was getting smashed. Most beta moment and fresher fit say nothing.
Although they do say a lot, trust me.
High value man.
Trust me. Look at that laugh.
High value man. Dr. Phil had 3 vasectomies and a child after each reversal. No experience in marriage / kids. Why are you talking? You have anything you want to say back to him?
Okay, if you want to get a vasectomy, go ahead, but I just don't think that's good for the future generation of men, and we disagree. I think that's the best way to fight the globalist agenda is have a bunch of kids. They don't want you to have kids. They don't want you to have a family. They don't want you to be scared about climate change. You are buying into the big elite psyop by getting a vasectomy.
Facts.
All right. Spy Guac goes, Sneako is a leaf in the wind. Remind him fresh.
$100. Tell me you still are not even clear. If I'm a leaf in the wind, you can't even answer a specific question.
I did answer it.
You dodged that question.
No, I did not.
Like a politician.
Answered it correctly.
It's a yes or no.
No, it's not.
You would have gotten Frank Castle if you were a girl.
No, it's not.
Ooh.
I answered the question. We both did. You didn't like the answer. That's what it was.
It's a yes or no question.
No, it's not.
I asked you a yes or no question. I said yes or no.
John, $50. L Destiny and Sneako. They only bring confusion and instability to the show. These guys can never focus on one topic at a time. They're all over.
Now, we were pretty set on the topics so far.
Why are men who want women getting relationship advice from a fruity blueberry thought?
Okay. Oh my God.
Okay, and then Dana goes, Myron and Sneako, may Allah guide you to the right path. All love, brothers from Qatar. Question for the men. What is their age range to have kids for men? I mean, 30s, 40s, I would say.
That's the best.
Financially stable.
It's a big range.
Yeah, it depends on the guy, but I would say
focus on yourself first.
Y'all already know what I think as far as the 5 things you need to have in place.
What do you think, Fresh?
No, that's good. Because I think at that point, you're more mature. You can also as well handle or provide for your family.
You want to ask the girls?
Well, biologically, you cannot pass the 35, I think.
No,
because
for men.
you're well,
No,
for men.
for
Yes,
women.
because the sperm just goes.
That's not true. Robert De Niro just had a kid. He's 79.
Yeah.
But it
Yeah,
increases
but
the risk of like deformity or like problems with
Exactly.
the child.
That's what I'm trying
Is
to
that
say.
true?
Yeah,
Yes.
as men get older.
I
yes.
could be wrong, but I think the sperm count will decrease. But I don't think that if you inseminate, I don't think it's actually different.
I mean,
no deformity.
I mean, honestly speaking, like, I came out fine.
Okay, hold on. I rescind my argument. Oh, shit.
Okay.
Oh no.
Dana goes, Myron and Sneako. No, read that one.
Spy guac.
Spy Guac. This is the blue-haired simp. Stop cutting people off. Just because you talk louder or cut people off doesn't make you right. We told you at the round table, yet you're still doing this. Sorry, Destiny.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be more of my feminine energy.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Scott Aragon, I don't understand how Destiny's on here when he has no merit to try and tell other men how to become better. When he takes the D, is out of shape. His own wife doesn't even respect him. No man is trying to better themselves would listen to this. What do you think?
I'm pretty sure if you polled 99% of women, they would agree with most of what I say.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm pretty like if you're talking,
which is exactly why you should fucking not listen to this guy's advice.
Would you not want to live with your man because he's trying to stay away from you to drive your desire up for him? 95% of women be like, fuck,
Yeah,
that sounds like an
okay,
insane
hang
relationship.
on,
And not only would they say that, if they were in those relationships.
Welcome back to the chat. Hypergamy final boss. Don't say anything dumb.
Want and what women need are completely different.
Probably.
No, they're not.
Listen,
They are.
hang on. Probably you're true, but like
Listen to
long
me.
term, they're not gonna respect you.
You're just wrong. I don't know what to say.
Now she's wrong.
No woman is going to respect a guy that has to leave the house to like create space and create attraction.
Yeah, that's
All right,
That just doesn't
right.
happen.
No,
so this is why
yeah.
women shouldn't vote because they
This
don't
is
really
why
say
women
what they
deserve
do.
less, which means they deserve
Focus
less
source.
of their men living with them, right, Myron?
Oh,
I would, yeah, book and
that's
source.
sad.
So Destiny, I gotta ask you this then.
Yeah.
Like, do you, because you have an open relationship with your girl,
Yep.
etc. And you could do what you want and your girl could do what she wants. Do you think that's like a lot of guys would want that though? Realistically,
No, I
speaking?
don't recommend my lifestyle for most people.
Yeah, because I think if anything, guys would want to be open on their end, but they would want their girl closed.
Sure, but that's also something that very few, if any, people can do. Most women won't go for that. 99% of women won't go for that.
Won't
I
go for that
respectfully just
with you.
value is high enough. She
No.
will absolutely be okay with that.
No, absolutely not.
Mm,
Absolutely not. Most
But,
women, if you
Is it ideal? No. Will they tolerate it? As long as you don't rub it in their face, a lot of women would.
share a high value,
But
man.
they
Absolutely
won't admit it. But by default, when they meet the guy, all right, you know what? This makes sense.
Nope. As soon as he
Yeah.
starts cheating, she's fucking gone. 1,000,000%. She's gonna
No.
destroy his
That's not
shit.
true.
She's gonna find the valuable shit in the living room. She's gonna break it, and then she's gonna fucking leave.
No.
All right,
She-
ladies,
no
let me-
woman
let me
has
ask-
power
let me-
anything with a
hold
chick.
on, ladies. Let me ask you
Riddance
this.
is not
Let me
the
ask a
case.
question, ladies. Just raise your hands. Would you be okay with your guy stepping out from time to time and having sex with another girl if he provided for you, he was wealthy and attractive and checked all your boxes? Raise your hands. Raise your hands. How many would be okay with that? 3? Okay, the rest. Okay, 4. Okay, 4. Anybody? None. So the rest of you,
Can we have a threesome instead?
that's a possibility. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no, hold on. Threesome is way different. If you're in a threesome, you're not in a one-sided open relationship. You have threesomes with your partner.
Yeah.
That's a totally different thing.
It's still having sex with another woman.
Absolutely not.
But
It
it's
is a
different
totally
because
different
it's not all
thing.
the
If you're a guy
time.
that has threesomes, you are not in a one-sided open relationship. You have threesomes with your partner. It's a totally different thing.
Well,
Most
he
girls,
said-
and that's you said this yourself, are fake lesbians.
Sure,
But
but
they're doing
you
it
will be
for
able
their
to
man.
find the difference between like the amount of women that would be okay with a one-sided open relationship is like 1%. The amount of women that would be okay with like threesomes is probably like 20%. That's a
Well,
way different
The
type of
point
thing.
is that, then we don't even have to add or vote. 4 girls here at the table, I would argue that at 50%, if not more, of women would accept the guy and accept him having other women if he took care of everything else and his value was high enough. That's my point. They will accept it if you're high enough. From an average guy, maybe not. But if your value is high enough, a girl will absolutely accept that.
If you're picking a girl low enough, maybe.
What do you mean by low enough?
As in, if she's like a brokey that you're saving from the fucking slums or some shit,
has nothing to
and you're
do
taking
with
her to Beverly Hills or something, maybe sure.
Yeah.
But if you find another girl in Beverly Hills, she's not going to deal with
I
that.
don't
She
think
doesn't
that's
care
what it
how
is
much.
because oftentimes these guys end up cheating, and so they're not having this direct conversation like, "Hey, I'm going to go and do this." But oftentimes the woman ends up forgiving because they love and respect that man, and so it's oftentimes it's not a conversation beforehand, but this is what ends up happening in a lot of relationships.
And he's gonna cheat anyway. So
cheating is
might
one
as
of the
well.
it's like one of the
Not
top
all
3
men
reasons why
cheat,
relationships
though.
end though.
Not all men
Not
cheat.
all men
Most do.
cheat. Yeah, but not all.
Most do.
Can you admit, right?
Okay, but I feel like in the US, you have like this hookup culture when all the girls trying to find excuses for men to cheat. That's weird. In Europe, it's different. I
They
feel
still
like
cheat in Europe.
I'm pretty sure
no, they
Paris
do.
has the
No, for
highest
sure they do.
infidelity
But I
rate.
feel
But they
like
don't tell you.
no, but they do for sure. Everybody cheats, right? But I feel like it's less because
Not
in
everybody
the US, it's acceptable to cheat.
You know what's
No.
funny about this whole
Weird.
topic here? Women will say, "Okay, I want to share my man." Then he cheats. They leave him, and they go to another man. He gonna cheat too. So what are you really
all
doing?
men cheat,
Even in the
though.
US, that's not true. They say it
Not
here, but
all
like in
men
the US,
cheat.
not all men cheat.
But
That's
in
an
the US,
insane
it's
proposition.
like
I would
it's
say
like
you're right. Not all men cheat, but majority do.
Yeah, but not all.
Not the majority
But
of men
not all of
cheat.
them.
Yeah, you have one.
I don't even think the majority of men
No,
cheat. That's
yeah.
a wild.
The majority of men don't cheat because they don't have the ability to cheat. 1/3 of men don't even have fucking sex before the age of 30. So that's incorrect also.
Yeah,
not
because
true.
I feel like
That is absolute. Hold on, I'm sorry. Hold on. Whoa,
no,
careful.
that's true for sure.
Most dudes just pay hookers, bro.
Yeah.
That cheat. Most of the
Yeah,
time.
but
Or
not-
wait, how many do you think it's? Okay, wait. Okay, we'll play this game. What percentage of men in relationships do you think pay hookers to cheat? If you had to
Sub-Zero,
guess it, if you had a ballpark it.
go to Streamlabs. Here, I'll put the link at the chat here. Go to streamlabs.com. Billy, are you there? Put the Streamlabs donation link. Streamlabs.com/Modern Life Dating Channel. You can donate with the gift card. Send me money because I need fucking to buy. I just realized I got to fucking book a hotel in Santa Barbara for my trip back to Tokyo. And yeah, everything supports the stream and fucking supports all the shit I need to do fucking for this upcoming tour. Which, by the way, if you haven't forgot, I am going on a gigantic 2-month YouTube tour. And then the first month right now is the month of May that's coming up. And we are going on a gigantic tour. Why is my fucking schedule not here? Let me just pull it up on fucking Twitter. You know, sometimes I get mad at myself for being so disorganized in the middle of these streams. You got the face in this awkward time where I'm like scrambling for how long you've been waiting? I'm so sorry. You guys have been waiting too long. All right, where's the StreamYard tabs? Here it is. Professionalism at an all-time low with me here, MLD. Here we go. There it is. MLD YouTube tour. Whatever podcast on the 14th and 16th. Sneako on the May 18th. Mr. McQueen. If you guys don't know McQueen, he's hilarious. We're probably just going to get drunk and fucking talk shit for the whole podcast. That's May 19th at 8:30 p.m. On May 22nd, I will be on Jedediah Billa, and then I will be on Valuetainment Money again on May 23rd at 4 p.m. And then right after that, we're speeding down from Fort Lauderdale all the way back down to Miami to be on the show with Mr. Brandon Carter for Victory Talk. I believe I'm the second ever guest on Victory Talk. So go ahead and find those channels. Find me. I hope you screenshotted that. If not, rewind it, screenshot it. Let's go back to the Spurgfest here with these guys. Okay, go ahead, Blue Hair.
The perspective that men just need a woman to be in a relationship with. And so you assume that like women should be the same way, but that's not true. Women are looking for a man that adds value to their life. Yeah. And you're trying to
Okay, in your experience, how many women are willing to accept a one-sided open relationship?
Shut up and take my money.
Do you have a guesstimate? I just don't think the average man needs to be trying to do that right now. I think if you can't even bang girls consistently, if you can't, like, if you have to get to my level where, like, no matter where you are, any city in the world, you drop there and you have 1 month to find a woman. If you can't do that, then you don't even need to be asking these questions. That's like saying, hey, man, how do I like fucking submit a black belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu and like you've never even gotten on the mat, or you've never even tried to submit somebody at all. And you have no experience. You don't even know how to put the gi on properly. Make sure you can get out there and consistently get women. And then from there, you grow to ask these other high-level questions. You have to work your ways up to that, guys. Okay, and that's what I'm going to be talking about here at the Masculine Empowerment Network. Take a quick look right here. That's my presentation that I'm giving right there, and that's on Friday, the 19th in the morning, 9 a.m. early. MLDs is how to get women for the rest of your life. I'm going to teach you guys how to source and get women for the rest of your life. Age is only an illusion, gentlemen, especially if you take care of yourself. I mean, look at me, dude. I am 37. I am gorgeous. Okay, I am a beautiful man. It's because I take care of myself. Money Muscles Game Frame. I'm talking what I'm living, and there are women are still interested in me. Like when you become like a lot of you guys think like when you become older, like women are just not interested in you, dude. There are women from literally 18 and up that are interested in me right now. So that can be your reality too. Women are the last thing I worry about right now. It's not something I worry about at all. So when we're talking about that here on the Masculine Empowerment Network, that's one thing we're going to be handling on Friday morning. So Thaddeus, I know you already are a member of the Masculine Empowerment Network, so make sure you are signing up for that webinar that morning. I know you're already in, and I'm going to take care of you. You guys just sign up, man. I'm going to take care of you guys. You know, you guys know I love you guys. I care about you guys, and I'm real as fuck behind the scenes. All the guys who are former members of the Masculine Empowerment Network, look at their chat photo IDs. Look at their names. Listen to what they say. Chat, if I have positively affected you and you know that I actually love and care about my community, write a comment in the chat. Okay? I actually give a shit. That's why I'm the best men's self-improvement coach on the planet, because I actually care. I don't care about making dollars and all that shit. I'm not gonna fuck you over like people over there did, other people did. And they're fucking, you know, and these other courses. I actually care. I consistently care. Okay. You know. So yeah. And so let's go back to the show. Here Where did it go? Where did the tab go? Oh my god. Here you go. Let's get back.
Fly better.
That's true. That's true. They are better at being deceptive, but there's certain things that would that make it pretty obvious.
If she's using a toy that's like a dildo, how do you know it's a dildo that's being in her and not a real man?
What?
Well, why would she be using a dildo?
What? Maybe sometimes he's not home and he's with his boys.
Yeah, you should use a vibrator.
It's why you're single.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Wait, do you think using a dildo is like cheating, or what's wrong with using a dildo?
That's what she said.
I mean, why?
She's saying.
It's not cheating though. It's not cheating.
Because that's just
She's a
physical, but
vibrator.
if you were with another man, there's some emotional attachment.
Is that what you do?
Yeah,
we
we
have to
pair
be.
bond.
Is that what you do?
Yep.
And that's why they said
Who?
specifically the woman
No, I
should be
just know a
crazy
lot of
about the
women.
guy.
I hear a lot of things.
Yeah, okay.
Fresh, come on. I'm a
But
bottle girl.
A
I hear
girl
a
that's
lot.
getting it from
Yeah.
somebody else, her attention and her focus isn't going to be solely on that guy, and that's ways to tell too. Like she's not going to be as bothered if he's like, "Oh, I'm spending time with you," not spending time with you. You're going to be stressed because you're focused solely on that guy versus
Shout out to you, Hacking Your Life. Did you sign up for one of my programs? Which one are you in?
this guy.
Yeah, but you're not even
gonna-
going to know if she feels that way because you're not around her half the time anyway.
No, she's going to be
They're
hitting
gonna
you up. She's going to be
Is that like, do you
But
really
if
want that
sex-
relationship where a girl's hitting you up all the time? 'Cause she's so desperate
not
for your
all the
attention.
time. Like
Yes. Yes, I do.
before, she knows her.
But if
So
sex
she's
is
hitting you up like
emotional,
half the time, or what? Like, is
Obsession is a huge turn on. Yes, I do want her. Yes. Fucking go crazy. Stalk me. Make 17 fucking Instagram accounts. Stalk the shit out of me. That shit is so hot. I love it. Obsess over me, baby. Dream of me. Fucking hunt me down and catch me cheating on you and yell at the other girl and, get crazy on me. That's hot. I love that shit. Are you kidding me?
Very easy to tell.
Yeah.
But
All right.
okay.
Put some more here.
Where we at here? Okay. Lalo goes.
Shout out to ETH and WH VAC. Another $10. Bro, can you donate on the Streamlabs link, brother? Billy, put the Streamlabs link in the chat for Rumble. If there's something I hate and despise is when someone tells me if you were smart, you would do X. Low key says I'm not smart if I don't do what he says. Make people feel dumb. Destiny does it. Yeah, it's manipulation. It's manipulation at its finest, bro. Manipulation at its finest. Guys, when you send money to me on Rumble, I just can't get it. Just please use the donation link that I just put in there because I don't know how to fucking do it.
Dating advice from this blue-haired male in an open relationship. Don't be a douche nozzle like the video or be audited.
Big donos tonight.
So here's the thing. So that's I see that you have your relationship.
Adam says MLD's been killing it for years and it's only gotten better. Nothing against MLD, but the program has much improved once he built a network. Yeah, thank you so much. And you still got massive improvement when you were in the first time around, Adam.
Made a lot of the time like, oh no, you should be with your girl, blah blah blah, all these things. Like these are things that you exercise in your relationship.
Is Xena wifey material currently in her current state? No, she still needs to work on a lot of healing and maturity, but she's getting there.
Their girl is open. That's why I disagree with a lot of your points.
Yeah, but
because-
my perspective isn't coming from this is what you should do to have an open relationship. My perspective is that in a healthy relationship, two people can live together.
You've helped me so much in every aspect, and I'm forever grateful. Says Pressure Beats. Thank you, G. Thank you.
A couple other guys. And most guys
Yeah,
would
but that's
not want that.
and I probably agree for most of the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
But also but my relationship style is more realistic than yours.
You think so?
Absolutely.
No, it's not.
Where both people have the respect for each other to both be open rather than the one-sided open relationship. That is massively
But you're
asymmetrical.
also saying that it doesn't
disagree because
work.
I think if your woman is hooking up with other guys, she inherently does not respect you. I'll make that argument.
That's great, but most 99% of women would say that if you're hooking up with other women, you don't respect them.
No, I definitely do because respect is not the same between the genders.
In that sense, it absolutely is.
I disagree.
That's fine,
Because-
but we could poll women, but I'm very confident that more women would be okay being in a double-sided open relationship than a single-sided.
Then how come you don't advocate towards open relationships? You say that your relationship method is not for most people.
What did I just say earlier?
You said that most people can't do that, but
So then why would I advocate for it if I don't think most people could do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but that's your point as well, Destiny. You let her take charge, though.
No, I don't let her take charge. What do you mean?
No, you did because you said earlier her thing was open relationships. You didn't really want that. You just cheated. So you say, you know what? I'm going to acquiesce to her.
I'm
That's
not.
what
This is the most autistic framing of the starting relationship ever. When we
Let's
started
call
dating,
hacking.
she said she did open relationships. I said that sounds great.
See, and that's what Destiny does. He calls that's the most autistic thing. Use your brain. He low key insults people. He needs to get punched in the face. In like Doom Eternal, like when you can blood punch people and fucking knock them out.
This world, since she did it first, I'm like stepping into her frame. But the reality is, if she wanted monogamous relationships, I wouldn't have dated her. I don't think I could have handled that. I would have just found somebody that does open relationships, or I would have just been a fuckboy.
So you would not be okay with like, let's say she decided, like, let's say
Nope.
you guys got together and she said, okay, I'm going to be monogamous to you and you can go ahead and have other women. You wouldn't have been okay with that?
Personally, me, no.
Yeah. Why not?
Why?
Because I don't think there's respect in that level of asymmetry in a relationship. And I think it would be, I know that there would be conflict if I'm like telling my wife, like, she's like, oh, do you want to do something Friday night? I was like, oh, no, sorry. Like, you can hang out at home, but I'm going to go fuck somebody else. That's a disaster waiting to happen.
But you wouldn't
Or-
say that.
But I don't want to be in a relationship where I have to lie to my partner constantly.
You just do what you want to do. You don't have to go explain everything you do.
No, bro, this is like a 7-year-old concept of lying. If you know that you're avoiding certain topics because you know it's going to upset her, you're essentially lying.
There's a mutual understanding, but some things don't need to be spelled out black and white like that.
Okay, that's fine. I wouldn't want to be in a relationship where there's a mutual understanding where
who fucking pitched the open relationship? His girlfriend or wife who also has parents that are in an open relationship, or him? Who pitched it? Who pitched it?
See, but the only reason I disagree with that, I mean, hey, it's your relationship, but I'm saying for other guys is that implies that you and her are equal. And
so, I mean, that's how I view relationships. To some extent, I am equal with my partner.
You also admit that men and women are not equal.
No, hold on. I didn't say that. I said that men and women. No, stop. I said men and women are not the same.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean they can be equal partnership in a relationship, in my view. I understand you guys view it differently. But
so you don't agree that a man should lead and a woman should follow?
Absolutely not. I wouldn't want to be with a woman that had to lead around.
Okay. I don't.
But I understand that you guys don't feel that way.
Yeah, I don't agree with your perspective, but I understand it.
So all of humanity that's been doing this since like the dawn of civilization is wrong, and you're right, bro. When was the last, bro? A woman will not even pick a restaurant for you guys to go to because she doesn't want to feel accountable for the feelings you might have if the restaurant is bad. That's how much women don't want to fucking lead. And if she does, she's probably leading you there to take you on a fucking foodie date, which is you pay for the food and then she goes home and fucks a guy like me. Not good. Not good. Where's the womp womp womp? There it is. Womp womp womp. Guess that one. I gotta write. This is just color coded. This is what Destiny's wife says like when he's like, "Did you come?"
About it, that does not mean I'm gonna do it, especially if we're not in an open relationship, because that's what love is. You have to compromise. You have to not be selfish. You have to.
So you were fantasizing about being with other men?
No, but I can fantasize about having sex sometimes. Yeah,
during sex. But why do you think women watch 50 Shades of Grey? Like,
for sure. I watch porn. I do, and my man knows. I mean, he knows that I'm watching porn.
But you do. Okay, that's disgusting.
Hurrah!
Sorry, a woman that watches porn, like, bro, can you keep your mental illness away from me? No, thank you. MLD, you have helped me identify problems in myself that this society has normalized USA, and I'm grateful that. I love you. Guys, you see all these things that these guys are saying? They have all joined my programs. They have all signed up for one thing or another. So, again, sign up for the Masculine Empowerment Network, baby. We're going strong. We're going strong right now. Let me see. Last person to sign up was Stephen N. He signed up over, 30 minutes ago? 30 minutes ago. So let's get another sign up. Come on down.
Haram!
Don't be haram. Or I'm gonna sell Abdul. I'm gonna send fucking Abdul to your house.
Versus going out and fucking another man or two
No,
different
I'm not
things.
talking about fucking. I'm talking about thinking about fucking fantasizing everybody's fantasizing.
Let me ask you a question.
Everybody's always.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, sure.
If you were with a man that you love, admire, and respect, would you want to go have sex with another man?
Would I want to?
Yes.
Maybe. Would do it? No, I wouldn't. I never cheated.
There you go.
So,
but here's the thing: if I'm with a woman that I love, admire, and respect, I still want to fuck other girls. That's the difference.
Yeah, but she's saying she'd want a guy who wouldn't actually do it
for sure. I mean, if I'm with you and you're fucking another girl, I'm gonna fuck another guy because that's respect.
Whoa!
That's true. That's me.
So you're gonna fantasize about another girl and fuck another girl, and I'm gonna fantasize about another guy and like restrain myself? No, if you cannot respect me, I'm gonna.
Also, wait, hold on. All the girls here, I don't remember if it was you two or what, that talking about like I wouldn't be with a bi guy because of diseases or whatever. Who are talking about you want your guy going out to fucking random girls all the time? What happened to STDs?
You don't get HIV from a girl.
That's a different thing. We do know. What the fuck?
HIV is a gay STD. I'm just saying.
I mean, hey, listen, Sneako's not wrong. 67% of all new HIV cases come from gay men.
He's got over HIV.
I don't know, man. That's a fucking called STD.
Gonorrhea, syphilis, all this other shit.
That's a little fucking pill. HIV, you're with it forever. I don't know, man. You have monkeypox.
Yeah, we're not herpes. I don't care. What's a little bit of the
herpes versus monkeypox? I'm taking herpes any day.
But going back to the, but these men don't be wrapping it up.
He's right.
They're pregnant and they can get STDs.
I think the main thing is that men naturally want to have sex with other women. Women don't naturally want to have sex with other men. They want the best man.
MA, that's on your end. You got to turn the fucking rep up on your end, bro.
I agree with you. Like a lot of girls.
What the fuck is this? Am I tech support for you guys at home? Figure your shit out.
boyfriend will be only attracted to their man. I mean, it depends.
But women still want to consolidate on the best man.
So it's 720.
What?
There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
You have to explain that.
Regardless, StreamYard retards the quality.
Most women will be okay with like having a man that will just fuck with whoever he wants. As long as
Am I a purple belt? Bro, I would be infinitely more arrogant if I was a purple belt. No, dude, I'm a one stripe white belt. But I'm like a mid-level white belt. I have tapped purple belts. I have tapped blue belts. Men, by the way, not women, purple belts and blue belts. So I have tapped men who are purple belts and tapped men who are blue belts. My friend who's a black belt, he's really nice to me though. He's like really, really nice to me. He's a fucking great guy. He's a black belt. He's like, I feel like you're a blue belt. I was like, I feel like you're fucking too nice of a friend to me. Don't fucking give me no handicaps. Edwin, if you're watching, I love you, buddy.
like a whole study that will say like women will get mad if a man commits emotionally to another woman because if they fuck another woman.
Keep in mind, I'm gonna do the whole Rolo versus Destiny versus Sneako debate tomorrow 9 p.m. Eastern. Hit that subscribe button.
Research that says this. Absolutely not. You're telling me that if you found out your guy cheated, the first thing the woman is saying is like, "Did you buy her flowers?"
No.
Absolutely not.
Women do. But that's what she will think.
That's what they do.
She will
She's
think
gonna
like,
be mad that you fucked another woman.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
No. Here's the thing, Destiny. What she's saying basically is if a woman finds out that her man is cheating, she's gonna ask him, "Do you love her?"
Yeah, do you love her?
Right?
Yeah.
Because she's
care?
more concerned with the emotional connection.
Yes. Do you
If
love
that
her?
woman could replace her. But if a man finds out his girl cheated on him, he's gonna be more concerned with the physicality. That's why for a guy,
Exactly.
if he sees his girl cheating, or if he knows her body count or anything like that, and it's not to his acceptable parameters, he's gonna be turned off.
Bro,
by
women
that.
can get
Men are
mind
visual.
fucked seeing pictures of an ex and seeing she's like larger boobs than the woman. How are you telling me that a woman is not going to get if a woman sees that you dated like 2 girls in a row that had big old fucking double D's and she's like an A cup, that type of shit is going to fuck with your man. How are you going to tell me that a girl seeing you go and fuck another girl that's younger, that's Asian, that has a bigger booty, bigger boobs, isn't going to start to get that shit in her head too?
But she's gonna ask, "Do you love her?"
It doesn't matter if you love her. She's going to think, oh, he wants that. He doesn't want me. He wants that girl that's younger. He wants that girl that's Asian. He wants that girl that has that type of thing going on. That's what she's going to be thinking
The point
constantly.
here is that women prioritize emotional connection in relationships.
Yes.
They might,
that's the
sure,
argument
but that's
here.
still I
That's the argument.
probably
That's
agree
how
with
it
that, but that
works.
doesn't mean they're okay with you fucking other girls in
girls,
general.
yeah.
That's some hyper niche shit. Not many women are going to be okay with that.
Not right now, but they have to learn that frame.
No, they don't. They won't.
It's not something that they're
No,
growing up
what
with.
happens is that they're not going to learn that frame, and then you're going to be in this world where 45% of women are like, "Oh, I don't need no man," and you're going to be on your podcast and be like, "Oh, it's so bullshit that women want to accept these blah blah blah." Well, you're advocating for relationships that they never want to be
No,
in.
you're not going to complain about it. You need to up your frame. You need to up your game. You need to make sure that you're better so that women do submit to that.
And we did say that most women would accept that from the right guy. Is the argument. If it's the right guy, they will break rules for him. You want to be the guy that girls break rules for.
If it's the right guy and she's low enough, yes.
It's not low enough.
It is low enough. It is. Because any
Low enough from
woman
what
with
perspective?
enough self-respect
Yeah,
or
low
enough
enough.
status in
Well,
class,
yeah,
she's
exactly.
going to be
Destiny,
there.
For sure.
Destiny, from what
Yeah.
perspective low enough? What do you mean?
In terms of class, in terms of education, in terms of income, depending on where she's at
There's
in life.
enough disparity
Self-respect
between him and
also.
her, basically.
Yes, yeah.
So then,
And what avenues?
If you're finding a woman
Education?
and the only thing she has to offer the world are looks and age, then yeah, you could probably juggle a lot of them. But if they have anything else to offer the world, they're probably going to find a guy that's a little bit different.
No, he's wrong.
That's not doing the one-ended open relationship thing.
Seriously.
100%.
So, managing one woman is exhausting. Hey, managing multiple, Jesus.
It could be where they live. It could be a bunch of other shit going on, depending on
Well, remember, his frame is going in that it's an equal partnership. He's thinking
Yeah.
about what a woman offers to the
Yeah.
world based on what a man usually
True,
offers
but
to the world.
remember,
Creation.
a lot of women now are going in as equal partnerships because they have the pill and they have access to school.
Right. And so our diagnosis of this is like, don't submit to that feminist idea.
But
of
women
what
are not aroused by men that are equal to them.
Depending on how you treat them, of course they are. You can still be masculine while treating your partner as an equal.
No, hell no.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely you can.
Absolutely
Because
not.
Absolutely you
masculinity,
can.
it is inherently dominant. So that means that
No,
you
it's
are
not.
not
Most
equal.
men are
We need King Dre on the podcast.
Most men aren't leaders. Most men are followers. The vast majority of men are followers. They go to work, they take orders from a boss.
most people
No.
follow
But
us
we're
in
talking about in a
general.
relationship,
In a
not you in the working world. I'm talking about women are attracted to masculine traits, which inherently means that you are not equal because you are dominant. You're telling her what to do. You're the leader in the relationship, and she's the subordinate. How is that equal?
You can say that, but I think most women today, I don't know about 100 years ago, but today would rather have a man that listens to them, takes their feedback into account, and then makes decisions as a team rather than a man be like, oh, we're going to go fucking do this.
Yeah, but
That's what
you can
I
still have that and then ultimately defer to the guy and know that you trust
At the
his
end of the
judgment
day,
to be the
A
leader.
woman wants to be able to have her opinion heard, but she wants you to be the final decision maker. So I respectfully disagree with you on that, Destiny. Like, a girl wants to hear her opinion, but at the end of the day, she wants a man that can tell her, shut up, that's stupid. We're going to do this instead.
Yeah.
A girl wants to be able to be put in her place by her man at any time.
And I think that if you're
I
talking
agree.
to a woman
Ask
that
the
is like an
female
educated
without-
woman past a certain point, she's not ever going to want to be put in her place. That's going to be like, I'm out of here.
Bro, These feminists that you're talking about, these educated women, they want it the most.
Okay.
Because they're surrounded by a bunch of liberal guys that are like, oh, your opinion matters. Oh, no, we're equal. I'm a feminist too. No, they love guys that are like, shut up.
Not most of them now are like, oh, I'm single and I don't give a fuck because I don't need a guy because none of them give me any value. Like, that's what's happening more and more, right?
Feminists and these liberal women that you talk about yearn for masculinity the strongest.
Right.
Yeah, but the strongest type of
So
masculinity
true.
is usually a man that could be somewhat of a partner with a woman, but still kind of lead. It's not going to be looking for a weak submissive.
Kind of? What
Yeah,
is your
kind of. It's like there's a difference between like having like the final say in something, but also still being receptive and able to treat your partner as an equal and have feedback and everything and make decisions.
Could they not be saying that? Like, I don't think
that's not what they're saying. They want somebody that is submissive and is deferring all
I don't
judgment
think
to the
that
man.
they're going to be like, shut up, bitch, I don't want to hear anything you have to say.
That is
Obviously,
exactly what they're
still
saying.
going to listen. They're still going to listen to their
No.
partners, but ultimately, they need to have trust that the man is the one who is the leader of the relationship and can ultimately
I need to see this girl's Instagram for science. Someone bring it to me.
their opinion entirely.
No, I think what's going to happen is in a good partnership, you defer to the person with the most experience on the decision that you're making.
Right.
So if you need to move somewhere for somebody's job or for somebody's whatever, depending on whose job it is or whatever, that would be the person making the decision.
But oftentimes, guys are way more practical. Guys are
What?
way more practical. So oftentimes, when it comes to practicalities of a
How are
relationship,
guys more practical when half of men today
what-
are like 35 years old living with their parents wanting to be pro on YouTube?
when it comes to
Like, they're very
finances, when it comes to skill sets, specialized
I don't even
skill
think that's
sets,
true when it comes to finance. I think men actually juggle more debt and are more financially irresponsible than women are. Men are
No,
absolutely
not
not
true.
responsible.
Not true.
Bro, how many poor
What's
people
their
walk around with
source?
fucking Nikes and
Yo,
iPhones? You
yo,
look
yo,
it up. Look up credit
Destiny,
card
Destiny.
debt.
It's
Men
really
don't
bad.
do it.
I actually have no idea
Controlled
the
by women.
stats.
That's wrong.
Because they run the household.
3/4 of that is controlled by
Because
women.
they
not
run the
men.
household. That's different.
But women
That's
have
not
more
them
debt.
racking up
No,
expenses for
women have
themselves.
way more debt than men. Way more.
Okay.
That's a fact. Women have way more debt
Yeah,
than
he's
men.
right.
And marketing is tied to women because they're more emotional.
They're 80% of the
purchases.
consumer base, Destiny.
Yeah.
That's a
Why do you
fact.
say
bro.
more emotional?
Dude, they make emotional choices.
Dude, don't move the goalpost. Stay on him, Myron. Stay on him.
Right. How is that not emotional?
No.
Everybody's emotional.
He means women are more likely to be impulse buyers. That's what he means. So therefore, the market.
Who is this Amy Dangerfield girl? Is she a celebrity or some shit that I don't know of? And why'd she put her jacket on? I don't like her anymore. Take that jacket off.
Yeah, but he runs into a slick enough car dealership. He might drive out with a fucking Cadillac. Right?
Okay, in vehicles, no, but in general, women are 80% of the consumer base and control 3/4 of that, bro. That's a
You keep
fact.
saying that, but that's because they control the household spending. So of course they do, right?
So
that still doesn't refute my argument. That
Yeah, but that's not
they
them being
control the debt.
irresponsible with their money, being crazy. That doesn't bind you to the
Yes, you
household.
be arguing
No,
bad
it
Yeah, I
is.
do. I'm not arguing bad faith. I'm not arguing bad faith. I'm not arguing bad faith. Okay.
You be arguing a bad faith, man. It's all
Okay.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
talk
yeah,
about-
argue about a bunch-
Listen, okay, guys. Mate, can I just guys, let me just say something real quick. Okay. Women hold $1 trillion+ in student loan debt in the United States, and they have the most useless fucking degrees. Okay. So here's the cryptocurrency market cap, right? So if you sold all of the Bitcoin in the world and all of the Ethereum in the world, you would only get $750 billion. You would need to sell all of Bitcoin again to fucking cover their debt. So you literally, if you sold all the Bitcoin in the world and all the Ethereum in the world, you would still not cover women's student loan debt. That's student loan debt alone. So Destiny needs to hold that L, bro. And not hold it in his butt. He needs to hold it like a man in his hand.
You get security. You can make sure you have a
Get
good cameras. If you are the right provider, then you're not going to need to be there all the time, like watching with a gun. If you live in a good neighborhood, if you live in a gated community, if the house is protected, you should be fine.
S Night, calculate the amount of time that most men spend commuting, work, eat, gym, sleep, compared to the time they freely spend at home.
All right, hold on. We got to do some fucking Instagram deep dives here. Hold on a minute here, because okay, let's just see who's who really. Okay. Let me know if you guys if the audio is coming into. Hey, it was like this. Is the audio coming in? Quickly let me know. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. No audio? No audio. Yes or no? That's one person that replied. Thanks, Harry. Thank you very much, Harry. Okay, let's go back. So I got to reshare because StreamYard has all these different settings sometimes. There we go. Okay, let's take a look at their Instagrams.
Encourage.
XX is like fire. In the
is-
fireplace, it will warm you, but elsewhere, it will burn your house down.
Doesn't the Bible explicitly say no polygamy?
Yeah, it's against it.
Hold on, let's just take a look here. Okay, so this is lawyer girl. Okay, so obviously,
Haram!
okay, that's
She belongs to the streets.
looking for a good man. Okay, bitch, start off by putting your fucking clothes on. Like these are like Jesus. Look at this bikini. Jesus Christ. What? It's all right.
She belongs to the streets.
It's for you, streetwalker. Okay, I'm gonna land a helicopter on that fucking forehead of yours. Okay. Yep.
Haram!
Goodness, that girl's a red flag. This is not marriage material. Who is this? Amina? Amina, I guess she's on the right of Destiny. Yeah, we all know who this kind of girl is right here.
She belongs to the streets.
Easily. Who's taking this photo? Why do you have like maximum filter? Ew. This kind of thong too is just nasty. Sorry, girls. If you wear this kind of shit, just block me. This is nasty. That's fucking disgusting. All I think is that thing smells like shit. That's when I look at that. Jesus Christ. Look at this this is like filter level max. Okay, this is Australian girl. Okay. Aiming the major of blah, blah, blah. Move to USA from me, blah, 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 blah. I'm an associate in law for his experience salesman, a big persistent, follow laws exist, expand my extra, blah, blah, blah. What is this shit? Who sits here and reads this? Badly is lacking gratitude. Just a bunch of words. That's funny. This is borderline haram. But I guess this is like conservative for model. Actually, no, sorry, baby. You get one of these.
Haram!
Please put your small tits away. Come on. What are you doing? This one here too.
Haram!
Jesus Christ. I'm an attractive quality man. I am for sure. I bet you can see when she moved to Miami based on her photos. Like this here again.
Haram!
Who's taking the photo? Who's the dude? Because you don't own a boat, ho.
Haram!
These women just are dying for fucking digital attention. It is so sad. Are you that lacking that you need dopamine likes? Yikes.
Haram! She belongs to the streets.
Tattoo on the chest is just like, whew, go back to your fucking projects. Good Lord. God have mercy. Look at the tattoo down on her vagina line. Is that a tattoo? Jesus Christ, bro. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, that's just a no because she's huge. Good Lord. This girl's like fucking, she's yikes. Yikes. See, this is like, God. Exode 1414. I think she meant Exodus 1414. L'Eternal compatible. Oh, she's fucking French. God, gross. I'm just, I mean, at least this is the decent girl, but even her, come on. Put it away.
Haram!
Are these girls this empty inside? I don't get it. Are these people this empty inside that they just need to be half fucking naked on their shit? This is like the equivalent of me posting a photo on my Instagram, like with just fucking money in every photo. Like, am I that? Like, my shit's like borderline cringe on purpose. Like, here's me holding fucking AR-15. Here's me exhausted on tour, and somebody wanted to take a photo. I was like, here's your fucking photo. And I actually turned out to like the photo. This is just tour photos from the fucking shit I went on the last USA tour. That's the boys in the Masculine Empowerment Network. Here's me and the homie Sneako. Here's me in the desert shooting guns, wearing $900 shoes. Here's me with Jed. Love her so much. Sweetheart. Love her. Here's me with Walt. Here's me with Brandon. I mean, I feel like my Instagram's like not cringe. I mean, okay, here I am naked, but I'm literally at the beach. And I'm not like posting my ass or fucking sexualizing this. I'm just literally saw a rock. I was like, damn, this water looks fucking gorgeous. So let me just get a picture of me here. Here me with some of the boys in the chat in Miami. I mean, here's me at Wolfgang Steakhouse. I don't know if that's like fucking to try hard. I mean, yeah, I guess this is technically try hard, but I like this. And this was a photo shoot. It was intentional. It's because I'm an influencer. And yes, the Ferrari's rented, but it did cost me like a shitload of money. I mean, I didn't fly my Ferrari from Tokyo. Sorry, boys. I don't know. Am I too judgmental? I don't know. Why are they why is everybody half naked? Where is your father? Did he not hold you as a baby and say, "Baby, it's going to be okay. I love you"? I don't get it.
This statistic is always brought up to be like to bring up like health care.
That's a fact. They talk about it 5'3", 185 pounds.
But are you aware of the stats of like racism in the medical industry?
Yeah, see, this is the argument like that the nurses are racist because black women are dying more.
Nurse?
Red flag. Look, black women are extremely unhealthy compared to the other races in America. So this is like a weird thing.
And
you think
there's
the
a lot
nurses
of
are trying to
systemic
kill them?
issues that surround that, though.
You think the doctors are plotting? You think the doctors are KKK?
I didn't say that.
Wait,
I
hold
didn't
on.
think
Firstly,
that.
there are some doctors that literally will prescribe different types of medication if you're black or white.
Yeah,
and there
that's
are doctors
true.
that will
Like,
take
this
women less
exists.
seriously when it comes to pain, when it comes
Yeah,
to
yeah,
But
exactly.
also,
Yeah, but he's taking that out of context. He's like saying, so you think the doctors are telling these fat black women like stay fat and black, everything's gonna be okay?
choose to like be fucking fat.
Yeah,
That
they
also has to do with but it also has to do with like your generational wealth. That has to do with where your family came from. It had to do with where you were born.
I do have a favorite pistol. I like shooting a 45 caliber in 1911, and I know all you fucking gun Nazis like, well, you can't hold that many rounds, and the 9mm is far more accurate. I don't care. I want to shoot somebody and fucking maim them with one bullet. That's why I like shooting the 45, and I'm very good with the 45 1911 and maim them in Call of Duty mainly. That's what I talk about because I'm a peaceful man and I love Jesus.
Doing that shit is almost impossible.
No, it's not.
Absolutely. It's like
Eating less?
I think
Go to the
2%.
gym,
2%.
calorie restriction,
That's great.
watch your
That's
diet.
great. And guess how much easier life is when you don't ever have to worry about that, right? There are people that when you hit the when you hit the obese section in your BMI range, there is a 2% chance you ever make it back to normal. Do you know how much easier you're starting in life if you got parents that care about diet, nutrition, and shit, and you make it to 18 at a normal BMI than a kid that's fucking overweight when they're 5 years old?
Yeah, okay, that's cool. But when you become an adult, if you're still a fat ass, it's your fault.
Okay. I mean, like, it's like the most like one-dimensional way in the world.
Generally, what you said can be
Come on,
applied to
man.
many things. So ultimately, your programming during your first 5 years of life is going to influence many different aspects. For example, the amount of attention that you get from your parents, the nutrition that you eat, and all of these things are forming your subconscious brain. So it's not just that; it's various.
Yeah, well,
like,
no one here would disagree.
The whole
but
concept-
for a lot of families of color in the United States, depending on your background, those things are starting off a lot further behind than other families.
Yeah,
But that's not an excuse to be a fat loser.
I never
criminal.
said it's an excuse. This is just reality.
You're justifying it.
But here's the thing.
No, I'm just justifying it. I'm just saying
So
that's
what
reality.
are you doing?
I'm saying that if you look at a cohort of people, if you take a bunch of people, it's retarded to just say, oh, you need to make better choices. The reality is that 99% of people are going to be more or less moving through life in the environment they were born in. Very few people can buck that and become way better than their environment.
Okay, so as an adult, is it better to blame your environment or make better choices?
You should make better choices, but
Okay,
realistically,
we
most
agree.
people won't. That's just the
But
reality.
they
of
should.
things. Yeah, they should, but most people won't. Most people can't. It's a lot of like
No,
some of
that's
the-
just-
can.
no.
They can.
It's either you can make better
Okay.
choices. You can't say they
They just choose
can't.
not to.
It's
So then
And-
y'all choose not to when y'all are living with a woman then.
Oh,
Yeah, we chose not to.
The
Yeah,
chair can't.
that's why you
chose not
shouldn't.
to.
That's why you shouldn't live with them.
yeah.
Make
we,
better
we-
choices.
We
live
chose
with
not
men.
to maintain the attraction in the relationship. Yes.
Thank
Okay, we
I don't see your what's your argument here?
My argument is that if y'all have the choice, then y'all have the choice regardless of what your environment is.
Yeah, if you live with a woman, you're saying that living with a woman is such a toxic environment, it destroys your ability to hold frame. But like living from 0 to 18 with fucked parents and then suddenly overcoming that,
It doesn't
you think that
destroy
that's
the
possible?
ability, but it's
Yeah.
better to live with men so that doesn't happen.
Dude,
to
you're
avoid
playing
the
such
scenario.
word games right now. You said earlier that if you live with a woman, it will make you a worse man.
It's more likely for that to happen. It's
You're playing word
easier
games.
to maintain frame if you're not living with your woman all the time.
I'm going to
So
repeat it again.
why
You said
would
if you live with a woman,
makes
it
you
will
more
make you a
attractive.
worse man.
Makes you more attractive.
No,
That's the
you
argument.
said earlier. You guys were all saying earlier, will make you a worse man. It softens you up.
That's soften you up.
But why can't you just make better choices?
Yeah, making better
That's
choices by getting out of the house more.
That is a choice.
Okay, true. Then children should make better choices by having better parents and not being fat when they're 5.
That's
my
what
God.
type of goalposts are you moving now? What are you talking about?
You're saying
What
that
are you
as a
talking
man,
about?
I can
Adults
explain
are
it
more
to you.
capable
I
of
can
making
explain it to
decisions
you.
than children.
No, you said adults are capable. That's why this.
He's looking bad now. Look, let's try to be as unbiased as possible. Is he looking bad? Like, I want you guys to fight to defend Destiny right now. It's just everybody in the chat. I want you to fight your hardest. And honestly, I don't want to be biased, but is he looking bad right now? And fight and like try to make him look. And God, I wonder what you guys have to say in the chat.
in obesity. There's a plethora of reasons actually, and the research really exists. And
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into all of it. It is almost 1 a.m. and I do have work in the morning.
Who cares, bitch? Go home.
The research is out there and Google is free. The stats are very real. There's a lot of social issues that surround it. There's a lot of socioeconomic differences that impact that.
What's the socioeconomic reason around grilling chicken and eating grilled chicken and rice? Is that out of the average person's range? Grilled chicken and rice?
Because if you're in a low income group, you are typically eating a lot of fast food out of necessity because you can't afford to go to the nearest Whole Foods. You can't afford to go to Publix. Like, that's a very real
Not
issue.
really. It's something like in New York City, for example, they say that the projects are right next to the Whole Foods. It's literally like 2 blocks away, but they just
It's about if you can afford it, not the proximity to the Whole Foods.
Yeah, I know, but after 2020, you got all these government benefits, you got all these unemployment checks, and what do they spend it on? Weed, rapper weed, rental cars.
And you didn't
just
even go to
garbage.
Whole Foods.
Nobody
either. You
invested that money properly. All the people in the hood that got all these unemployment checks and got all those government stimulus checks, they spend it on weed. They didn't go to Whole Foods. How many people from the hood went to Whole Foods with those unemployment checks?
First of all, that's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about stats. You can go break it down to an individual level, but I'm talking about statistically, and that's what I'm saying. That's what exists.
I would dunk on this bitch so hard. God, I want to be back there so bad. I miss being on Fresh and Fit. God damn it, Myron. Cancel your Connecticut trip.
Argument on the show.
So let me, okay, what are the statistics on a fucking bag of frozen chicken in America? How much does it, guys, how much does one package of 2 chicken breasts cost in America? Write the cost and the state that you're in right now in the chat, because I'm trying to break this down because this bitch is retarded.
I know we're doing the exception thing now.
It's not about me personally. What I'm saying is you can, as a person, make better choices. You can eat McDonald's every day, and if you're still going to the gym, you're not necessarily going to be fat. It doesn't matter about your income. You can buy fruit. They have fruit cups at fast food places too. Starbucks has it.
Right.
McDonald's has it. Like, you can choose healthy depending on your income.
Dude, how much does a bag of apples cost? What does a bag of apples cost?
Exercise. They have public gyms at the parks. So that's a cope. There's no excuse. And Black people are just lazy.
No,
Well, that's true. First off, let's not go into stereotypes.
Yeah, don't do that.
Hey, you started stereotyping the nurses.
I didn't stereotype the nurses. I talked about statistic racism in a medical industry. That's very real.
Okay, you're stereotyping the doctors. But you know what's going to hold you back more than like the doctors?
Doctors are racist. I said there's racism
in the medical industry. You know what's going to hold you back more than thinking that the doctors and the hospitals are KKK is that victim mindset. Slavery reparations, they're trying to advocate towards that right now in San Francisco, these places. As soon as they get the slavery reparations, they're not going to go to Whole Foods with that money. They're going to go right to the Jordan store.
You know, you can do both. You can simultaneously recognize that it's really hard to overcome your environment while still advocating for making good decisions. Like, you guys listen to pretend like environment doesn't matter, but you all realize how important environment is. That's why, even though I was roasting you for it earlier, it is good to like live with guys, or at least have a network of guys that are pushing you to be better. Because left to their own devices, a guy will be fucking lazy. You'll sit on the couch, you'll smoke weed, you'll do nothing all day. But when you're surrounded by other people that are driving you to do better, then you're going to do better. Not necessarily because you're making better decisions, which you are, but because you got people pushing you. And when from ages 0 to 18, if you've got somebody pushing you your whole life to have a routine, to have discipline, to go to the gym, to eat healthy, when that person turns 19, to pretend like they're making the same choice as another person that turns 19 who was given horrible discipline their whole life, it's just not true. One guy basically had his whole roadmap laid out.
Yeah, but you got to have the capability of realizing this is a shitty environment and get the hell out of it. Like,
no, I understand what you're saying, but what I'm telling you is that a guy that weighs, a guy that's like reasonably fit or whatever, that is 19 years old, that was in an easy family his whole fucking life, that dude might be a worse guy than a guy who's like 240 pounds working on losing weight, who comes from a shittier background. But like, if you look at them both, you say, well, the one guy is doing better, so he's a better person, but he's not making harder choices. He's not making better decisions. It was given to him his whole life.
Here's the point. You cannot make an excuse for being fat. You could say it's racism or whatever it may be. There's no excuse why Black women are 5'5" average height and 185 pounds. That's more than a man. That's unacceptable.
It's not about making excuses.
They've done studies. They've literally done studies with this where they fed people McDonald's every single day, and that person ate in a calorie deficit, exercise, and their blood markers still improved and their health improved by eating in a calorie deficit. This is the problem, right? When it comes to Black community, whatever, they always want to point the fucking finger at other people for why they're not where they want to be.
Oh, nigga, you don't say that now.
Check go bought some new fucking Jordans instead of investing in something.
How dare you use accountability on anybody other than white people?
The victim mindset as to why they're not where they want to fucking be, and they blame race for it every single time. I would argue Black people nowadays have more opportunities than a lot of other races, thanks to affirmative action, etc. You went to a historically Black college. Is a white person going to get that opportunity? No.
There's
we
no
don't
white
complain about
colleges.
racism.
White people don't
We
need
don't
it.
complain about
HBCUs
racism.
are not bridging
Hold on,
the
let me finish.
I was
education
about
gap.
to say,
finish my
please let's
point.
not get in the HBC debate.
I'm saying y'all have entire colleges dedicated to you. Is there a historically white college out there?
Why?
No.
Why do
racist.
HBCUs exist?
Why? Go ahead.
What's
Why-
HBC?
Does anyone know?
Go ahead. Because of
Because
racism, right? From before.
Black people were not allowed entry into any university in this country. I go to
Correct.
the University of Miami.
Who cares?
2 generations ago,
But
I
I'm talking
wouldn't be
about
able
right
to.
2 generations ago, you couldn't go to the fucking bruh. Okay, I'm gonna get it.
Stop the cap.
2 generations ago, you couldn't go. When was University of Miami discriminating against blacks?
Come environments that y'all are talking about.
Queen.
It was created for that.
And you have it now. So
was,
why?
but you have it.
Hey,
So-
and there
you have
are
it.
white people that go to HBCUs. There are white people that attend Howard University. That I had white classmates. And honestly, if we're gonna boil it down to it, they get better scholarships at those HBCUs because they're diverse at that institution.
That's the same thing for minorities at white-dominated schools.
Yes, and there's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is they're not barred entry just because they're white.
Here, all I'm saying is that
What?
when we look at life, okay, you look at how people are doing now, but that's not always fair. If you take a working class poor fuck and they come from that family, that person has accomplished just as much in life as a
Malachi, how dare you? How dare you? What do black people say? Like, get off the plantation of, like, what are they? That's like a saying within the black community, right? I'm black, and it's honestly disappointing when I see the lack of accountability in the community. I doubt we'll move forward. Well, you just move forward, bro. Take care of yourself. Money, muscles, game frame. Doesn't matter the fucking color of your skin, baby. Money, muscles, game frame. Make it happen. That's all you need. Okay.
At a deficit.
I agree.
And my
So
thing
don't
is,
sell the
again,
victimhood.
like, yeah, man, like, if whether you're born poor or you come in from a family where they didn't teach you nutrition, you can learn all this shit as an adult. It's on you to become an adult and learn this shit and become better than your parents.
I agree with that, but it's
So-
harder.
But
It's harder
It is
because
harder.
you have
It
to.
is
harder.
No, literally,
is, though.
because you have to focus so much on trying. Can I talk? You have to focus so much on trying to better your life because you're not getting as many opportunities as other people. So it's not about being lazy. They want to work hard. They want to move up in companies, but they're not getting those opportunities.
I don't even understand this. Dax Hill, he's black. Uh-oh, another black person speaking out of turn. Oh no, we gotta just go be ghetto hood people for the rest of our lives. I grew up in the fucking hood. I grew up in fucking ghetto, okay? I grew up poorer than some of the fucking black people who watch me, all right? He says, LMFAO, so dumb. Everyone Google Howard University founder. The racism HBCU argument is never good. I don't even know what the fucking HBCU is. God, I'm so out of touch with this retarded fucking racism crybaby shit, okay? God.
All they can focus on is trying to fix their lives and benefit themselves financially. So it's really harder to try to work out when you have to work 2 to 3 jobs and you make no time for yourself but sleeping, eating, and
Just do fasting. Don't fucking eat.
That's all I hear. It's like a bunch of crying. Like,
It's
here's the
not
thing.
wah-wah-wah.
Here's
It's
the thing.
reality.
No, it's a bunch of fucking crybaby
It's
shit. 'Cause,
reality.
No,
She's fat. That's what she's angry.
that a lot of you guys keep making the mistake of making. When I was an agent and I was on the border and I saw people fucking crawling to come to the United States, being in the back of trucks, dying through heat exhaustion, getting fucking drowning in the Rio Grande River, etc. These people are dying to come to the United States to have the same opportunity that you guys are fucking crying and bitching
Okay,
about
so
right
how
now.
about this?
Oh, let me finish my point.
Go ahead.
There is no fucking
Hold
excuse
on, let me finish my
to be
point,
broke,
woman.
fat, a loser in the United States because there's people that literally die for that opportunity. But you guys want to sit here and talk about systematic racism. No, it's fucked up. HBCUs because of racism, blah, blah, blah. People died to come and get the opportunities that you guys are bitching about right now, which is ridiculous because I've seen children die on their way here to have these opportunities that you guys are whining about right now. At the end of the day, the United States is still the best country in the world, whatever you guys want to say. And I would say we've corrected a lot of these racism.
Incorrect. Japan is the best country in the world.
People that are different have more opportunity than the same white people that oppressed you guys systematically for all these years that you keep bitching
White
about.
supremacy is a
That's
lie.
the problem is y'all keep crying about the past. But what about now? Now, black people have more opportunities than ever before. If you apply for a job and he applies for a job, you're probably going to get that job, even though you might be less qualified than him
Exactly.
because he's a white male. That's the reality.
Chris, I want to eat fucking curry and roti. I want to eat doubles every day, bro. You're not Caribbean. If you don't know what doubles are, you're not Caribbean. Okay. I want to eat doubles. I want to eat curry and roti every day. Are you kidding me? Oh, my mom's jumping around the background. She just said, she's like, you want me to make you? You want me to make you some doubles? Oh, mom, I love you. You're so funny. That's a good woman, by the way, guys. I'm telling you, your mother is a good template for a good woman. Literally, I didn't even know she was home. The door's halfway open, and it's just like this. Did you want me to cook some doubles for you? I can make them up. Like, just give me like 20 minutes. They'll be ready for you. I love you, mom.
And got everything that he needed because that one was more diverse.
Do we have like a bread? Or no? I have to work out at. Oh, I have the wrong thing muted. Hold on.
It's not it's the fact that people can get depressed and focus more. No, it's true though. People can get depressed and focus more on the fact that they're not getting
racism, obesity.
It's true though. Like men too. Men when they're with women and they're not providing and doing what they're supposed to, they get depressed, they get fat.
That's also people get depressed and get lost to work when they get hand in hand.
People lose the ability to do anything.
Right? He didn't get opportunity at his first place. But what did he do? He moved somewhere else. And what did he get? More opportunity. So it's still a choice. So ultimately speaking, yeah, he didn't get the case.
But that still proves the case that it's hard to find opportunity.
He made a choice to make a change. Ultimately speaking, he's the person. Who gives a fuck?
But it was
he made a change.
Harder.
When it would have been.
Mom's so funny. She's like, "You want doubles? You want curry and roti? I could do it." She's gonna be like 20 minutes. Oh, I love my mom so much.
Explain to me at varying levels of difficulty. So explain to me how immigrants can come here, don't speak the language, figure it out, go to college, get education. Why are Black Africans, right, from Africa, doing way better than African Americans?
Because
Aaron's holding the Black community accountable right now for all the. You should turn it on when you come back. Oh, he's just saying that there's no excuse for them to be fat and all this stuff, and leaning on racism, the victim mindset. Because my mom lived in the ghetto, guys. My mom literally lived in the ghetto and started a church for the African American community in Pine Hills, Orlando. Okay, nobody knows the ghetto like my mom. If you know Pine Hills in Orlando and you're not Black, avoid Pine Hills. Avoid Mercy Drive. Avoid Silver Star Road. Yeah, I remember. All right, see you.
They're still poor though. There's in the grand scheme of things, they're still poor.
Especially
Wikipedia, like income level per like fucking ethnic group.
But my point is this: my Africans can come here, right? And they're Black too. Why are they successful and they're not dealing with it?
Because they're Black. They're not African American.
So you're telling me the police know the difference between the Kembe and fucking Jamal?
The police are not the main reason why African Americans have trouble in the United States.
That's what they cry about a lot of times.
What's the main reason?
The main reason is a history of segregation of the country and a devaluing of a family's ability to build generational wealth.
It is color.
No, it's not fuck color.
No.
The problem is the history you have in your family.
When I go into a job and it's me and him, what do they see?
This is the level one.
It doesn't matter if I'm from Africa.
This is the level one racist talk. Nobody gives a fuck about this. This is why, like, the experience of an African immigrant in the United States is way different than the experience of an African American. They're two totally. If you're an African immigrant, you might as well be white or fucking European.
What?
Yes.
What are you talking about?
Just what part of that do you understand? If you're an African immigrant coming to the United States, your outcomes in life, the places that you live, the education you have, you're more on par with an upper class white person than you are with a person who's a descendant of
the biggest difference is the mindset. It's not the circumstances,
it's not the mindset.
environment.
It's the families that you come from. Somebody that comes from a family that's driven enough to get their children or themselves to move to the United States from Africa, this is a highly driven family. This is a lot different than somebody whose great-grandparents weren't allowed to buy a house in the city because they were redlined out by a bank in the United States.
Highly driven is a mindset.
Bro. Literally speaking, I get what you're saying, but you can't say that because people might get inspired from watching a TV show. They may see a friend. You don't know why they came here. Yeah. So you can't really say that.
No, but I'm saying you're selecting for.
Listen, the richest Black people in the world are African Americans. So shut the fuck up. Straight up. Okay? The richest man in the world is African American, and his name is Elon Musk. Okay? There's your fucking mic drop.
Well, I was going to say, like, it's not the people that are suffering the most hardship that are able to make that move. That's a really big move coming from Africa to the United States. An average poor person that lives in fucking sub-Saharan Africa is not like, I'm going to go try my luck in the U.S.
I'm not talking about resources. I'm saying the mentality. Like somebody literally needs to be like, okay, me doing this and making this crazy move is.
Bro, Africans hate African Americans. FYI. Just so you guys know that. Africans hate African Americans. And there's a lot of beef going on there. And I got brothers from Ghana in the Masculine Empowerment Network. I got people in Nigeria in the Masculine Empowerment Network of the heritage, and they don't deal with the ghetto shit. There's a brother of mine, very close, good brother of mine in the Masculine Empowerment Network. He comes from Ghana. His genetic lineage is from Ghana, and his father's from Ghana. And the kid is like a sub 25, making 140 G's plus a year as an architect. And he's getting his fucking master's in architect. Okay, I guarantee there's not a single fucking white person in my chat that has their master's in architecture. I guarantee you on that. I would triple and double guarantee that African American. I mean, Dr. B is a Black African American doctor, And I met this guy in fucking Miami, and we calculated him on the female delusion calculator. Like he is less than 1% of African Americans. I'm sorry, but I have to agree with the whole victim mindset and the whole racism thing and the whole Black Lives Matter thing in 2020 was a complete abomination. Like, how the fuck are you going to go and burn down Black-owned businesses to get back at white people? It doesn't make sense. Like, all you're really making people do in their mind, they're calling you the hard R N-word when you go out and you fucking act like that. You're just reinforcing what they already think of the general public of the African American society. Makes no sense, guys. I'm sorry. That's the world. It is what it is. Don't hate me because I'm right. Hate me because I'm beautiful.
Go watch a YouTube video on how to diet. You know, there's so much epigenetics. It talks about it's not your genetics, it's your environment. Like it's new modern science that people, and it's readily available. Life is happening at a faster rate. There's no excuse for people anymore.
Yeah.
So if someone wants to change, they just have to put the effort into doing it.
Do you have something, Red?
I mean, like, I feel like if you really want to do something, you put your mind to it, then you can achieve it. I mean, obviously, like, to an extent, but like me personally, like, I say oh, I want to go and like have a better body, right? If I really want to have a better body and I'm really dedicated to it, I'll do it. So if you want to do something, you're gonna go and do it. There's really no excuse, like, especially now, like in modern days.
Fair enough. Anybody else got anything? Miss Howard University?
More chats.
No?
Green has
Go ahead.
Finished.
You're done.
We got some more chats here.
If you want to say something.
Okay, I agree a lot with her because I think if I'm a hard worker person, if I'm focused, I can get whatever I want. It's just like that. I'm Venezuelan, okay? And I come here to this country because I know here I'm going to get more opportunities. I'm going to be better here. I can do what I want. So I think it's a mentality thing.
It's the entitlement of the average American person.
He has Lloyd from Tilda of Symphonia.
What?
The game.
Oh.
Mari don't know that.
I was like, what the hell? Okay, can we get some women speaking up instead of the simping aroma that Destiny is spewing? Geez, it's like arguing with Destiny versus getting women's opinions. Which is it wholly? Well, bro, the women don't want to talk. I don't know what to tell you.
Holy cow.
We try to tell them to see if they want to talk. I found FNF. I became a fan. I found Destiny. I became a fan. I found Sneako. I was on the fence. He started hanging with FNF. I wasn't a fan, but now he has become open-minded. Watching him and Destiny. Body Rolo, you have a new subscriber. Also, Dom is fire. Will DM. What? Dom? Oh, okay.
Who's Dom?
The lawyer.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's
He's gonna.
my name.
Okay. Well, hopefully you'll have better arguments for him. Why you don't want to go on a date with him? All right. Soul Snatch Store. Where are we at here?
Shout out to Wayne.
Is that what it is?
20.
Yeah. Shout out to you. Appreciate that. And then, should you reward your main girl with something spicy? What should your girl surprise you with as a high value man?
Whatever you
a thoughtful gift.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
Because her job is to come in and see what you have going on in your life and how to
she can figure it out.
If men did not cheat, then the condom industry would be out of business. Just saying. Okay. Kind of shrug. Education and length of relationship doesn't matter when you want to defend us. When you want us to defend your life as men should. Okay. Xena acting like a pick-me right now. There's no way
you
would
being a pick-me is a good thing. That's not.
I think so too.
That's not a bad insult.
There's no way you would only fantasize about Sneako while he's out committing haram. Also, Sneako mentioned RP doesn't teach you to be a good dad. Don't you think part of being a good dad is being a good husband?
Yeah, it goes hand in hand, but I don't think marriage is worthwhile in the West anymore. So it's hard to really equate being a good husband to.
Here's the thing. I disagree wholeheartedly with this whole like pick me thing. I think it's a tactic to shame women to get into relationships with men. Because at the end of the day, if a girl wants a man to pick her, she's got to become a girl. That's basically a pick me. She's got to appease to what that guy wants. I think this whole single, strong, independent woman narrative of you do what you want and the guy's going to be there at the end of the day, that's not good advice.
In Japan, all the girls are pick-me's. They want to be picked really badly. They want to be able to go and serve a man. It's not a bad thing over there. They're actually rewarded for that.
Yeah, actually, that's actually wrong. They're more career-driven right now in Japan. Everybody's feminine, even the men. I've studied Japanese culture since I was 12. The women don't want to be wives in Japan in most cases. They're actually there's studies. They have the documentaries about it and all of that. They are career-driven because they don't want to be stuck.
It's getting harder right now because it's getting more industrialized, but they do want to be wives.
Wrong. As far as I know, since 2012 and studying since then, they've wanted to be career driven, and the men are very feminine. That's why they're not.
Real quick question for the ladies. Let me ask this lady question to ladies: is being a pick me bad in your take? Raise a hand if you think it's bad.
Next to Sneako right now. Watch the phone light up.
I still don't fully get what it means.
Can you define
what you're doing.
Pick me is a girl that throws other women under the bus when they approve of men. That's a pick me.
Then no.
That's not what the pick me means.
That's literally what pick me means.
No, it's not. That's not literally what pick me means.
Pick me is a girl going like, oh yeah, other women are dumb bitches. I'm not like other women. Pick me. That's what a pick me is.
No, man, no.
I thought
pick
it
me.
was like a
So
girl like
pick me literally means pick me.
No.
That's not how anybody uses pick me.
No. So
Xena needs to shut the fuck up. She's never even been to Japan, bro. She's never even been to Japan. I've been studying since. Okay, no, just shut up. Sorry, Xena, baby, but you're dumb. That's the dumbest shit you've ever had. You just made yourself look dumb. No offense, Xena, but that was super dumb. Like super fucking dumb.
That art pick me's do that. Let's be honest. If a girl doesn't like another chick, that bitch is a hoe or whatever, and she'll bring her down or bring herself.
Sure, I know
up.
you can we can use a different term, but when people say pick me, it's an insult. That's what they mean when they say pick me.
Well, I'm saying, like, do the girls here think pick me is an insult?
I think of pick me in the same way that he described it, and
1000%
therefore
wrong.
I don't think whatever your preferences makes you bad. Like I said earlier, I think we all have different preferences, all have different things we want out of life, relationships, whatever. We're all like doing our own thing. So I don't think it's bad. I do think it's negative to shame other women for their preferences though. And I think that goes both ways. If you're more a traditional woman shaming a modern woman, if you're a modern woman shaming a traditional woman, I think that is bad.
Yeah.
So you disagree with the shaming in general?
Yeah, I don't think that we should be shaming other women that we disagree with. I think we both can live our different lives. What the next girl is doing does not impact me and my day to day. Like
I disagree. I think shaming
Bring
is very
shaming
good.
back. Yeah. Do you think that we should shame women for posting almost naked photos on Instagram?
Fucking Jesus
I think
Christ.
if you
Goddamn
have
Americans.
a problem with that and you're in a relationship with
talk.
your woman, you should discuss
No, do you
that
think
with
women
her.
should shame other women for being slutty on Instagram?
No.
No, I mean,
That's
and
weird.
what I choose to post, like I don't post that type of content, but like
Maybe they
if what
should
else
shame the
someone else
choices.
does, that's none of my business.
Okay.
Yeah.
I disagree. I think that's good if people keep each other in line, and shaming is a good tactic for that. Like that's the same reason why I think it's okay why it's good to live with other men, because if you start being a lazy piece of shit, they're going to shame you for being a lazy piece of shit. Start working out right now. Start becoming better.
Everybody
Stop
here agrees
smoking
that
weed.
shaming is good. It's just a matter of
No,
what
they don't agree.
No, they absolutely do.
Do you think shaming is
They
good?
just-
Hold on.
No.
Do you think you should shame
It's
people for wanting to fuck kids?
Well, yeah, I was about to say.
All of us agree that shaming is good. It's just what do you shame
But
people for?
what he's also trying to say is context matters
Yes.
in what we're talking about shaming.
Like, how did he just say that?
Yeah, I don't know how.
Because you guys are like, oh no, they don't believe shaming is good. I'm sure they believe that shaming for a lot of behavior is good.
Yeah,
It's just what do you shame for?
we
Because
know
you're
that
asking
you
about like
said a
posting pictures on
specific.
Instagram.
You said a specific thing, and I'm
Bro,
saying
what?
shaming for that. No, shaming.
Xena's saying that she fucking studies the language. I text her in Japanese and she has to use a translator. Xena,
Stop the cap.
come on. God. All right, Sneako, you know what to do.
Blah. And then you said they don't agree with shaming. You broadened it. What she said is she doesn't agree with shaming women for posting nudie pictures on Instagram. Not that she doesn't agree with the concept of shaming. All of us agree that
She's wrong about marriage. Japanese women want to get married so bad, bro. Are you fucking kidding me? This whole culture thrives on the economical unit of people getting together. She has never even been to Japan. She has literally never even been here, and she's giving like expert commentary on the culture. She doesn't even she barely speaks the language. I'm sorry, but Xena, you gotta shut up. This is like, you look just terrible right now, sweetheart. I'm sorry, but that's just the most uneducated, like literally the most uneducated, ignorant thing I've ever heard you say. Like, you've never even been here, and you know what Japanese women like, and you've read studies. How many actual Japanese people have you talked to?
Stop the cap.
Sorry.
fine, but nobody here is against shaming. They were against shaming for that particular thing.
If you asked them before you brought up fucking kids, they all would have said, no, I'm not going to go tell anybody to do, I'm not going to get involved in their choices. That's what they all would have said.
They wouldn't have said that, though, because if you bring it up to a whole bunch of things, like fucking kids, for instance, they would say, no, I wouldn't shame people.
Why is that the example you're using?
Because it's the easiest way to point out how absurd your statement is.
Destiny, your new name is Details.
Here we go.
Okay? All right, let's move on. Oh,
Destiny.
Oh, God.
Deflectiny.
Yeah, deflecting.
Chris, you ready more or not?
Yo,
bro, that was the weirdest argument I've ever heard you make, bro. That was a roller argument.
All right,
by
the
the way,
Bible.
I was
EJ
wrong
Mo,
about
the Bible-
Japan.
Sorry.
I gotta say
You're
that.
wrong about Japan.
I was wrong.
The Bible does
Oh,
describe
okay.
polygamy, but it's not prescribed. Is that the
read
same
this.
one?
Yeah, we read this.
Anthony Lewis, Destiny, you're almost more,
good.
You're almost
okay.
than the girls. I don't know.
Respect.
You're almost more girls than the more feminine, probably.
Respect.
Guys tell girls.
She pulled it back. Respect, Xena. Respect on you, baby. You're right about Japan. You're wrong about Japan. Respect. 1,000% respect, baby. 1,000% respect. At least, okay. Thank God.
I've been wrong about Japanese women. She's never even been in Japan.
I just know what my Japanese friends
watches
have
anime, so she
No,
knows.
Yukina. I've been friends with
Watches
Yukina
One
since
Piece
I was
once.
fucking 11 years old, and she would tell me about the culture and then give me stuff
Yeah,
to
you
read.
saw
I didn't know I
Naruto.
was wrong. I don't watch Naruto. I hate Naruto. I hate Naruto.
All right.
I figured out Destiny's debate tactics though. Like for anybody
Thank
who's going to
you,
debate him,
MLD.
just be very careful when he moves the goalpost because you're going to get tricked and talk about fucking kids when you're just talking about something very specific.
Don't say something as broad as they're against shaming, and then you won't have to commit yourself to any retarded statements like they never want to shame anything.
But
That's super
he
easy.
quantified it to
He
what
didn't
they
quantify.
yes,
You want
he
to
did.
play it back, play the rewind button, and then play back the
I'm
fucking tape.
explaining to you now. It's laziness. Women posting their body on Instagram for random men is lazy when they could find a man.
You could watch it on the. You could watch on the big TV. You better cut that sandwich diagonally. I'm gonna throw it out the fucking window.
Is because he's saying, right, that you said to her the price statement and then you made it very vague. But the part about fucking kids, that's fucking weird, bro. I don't
True.
know.
Can you play the hallelujah
That's
sound?
weird, bro.
If Fresh is on my
We're
side for
gonna
that.
Squid Daniels, why are black men the most fit group of men? Ooh. Damn. Okay. While black women are fat. Okay. Being big is a choice, not a product of an environment. Hey, man. I don't see black women in the gym. I ain't gonna lie. I rarely see them in there.
Dude, never.
I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I never see them in the gym, bro. Never. I see white girls and Spanish girls in there, but I don't see no black girls in there.
There's a couple of mine, but they're African.
There you go. Okay, African American women.
Respect.
All right, between the four major groups, whites, blacks, Españols, and Orients, times 2 for men and women.
Seriously, I gotta say, bro. I gotta say, a big respect for Xena on because the modern women will fucking hold their fucking ground when they're wrong. So mad respect to Xena for fucking pulling it back, saying I was wrong. That takes a lot of balls. Takes a lot of internal character. And guys, just so you know, behind the scenes, Xena's really working hard on herself. Just like we text and stuff. She's working very, very, very hard on herself. Just so you guys know. So give her some respect. You know, tell her, hey, MLD said like you're doing a lot of work to work on yourself. She's working very hard on herself. So that's a good thing.
I literally said like 10 minutes ago, I'm done debating that, but we
Then
can
why are
carry
you
on.
here, bro? Then why are you here?
No, there becomes a point where like you no longer argue with people that are committed to misunderstanding you. So out of the value of all of our time, I'm not going to keep us here all night to go back and forth over something that we clearly disagree on. We can just move on.
No,
Okay.
it's not about that. If,
Yeah.
My thing is, if you're gonna make a stance and make a point, then the point of the podcast is to articulate your points.
Yeah,
And
and I feel like I articulated my point. We don't agree. We can move on.
You didn't really articulate. You
you
said
didn't
Google it.
articulate anything. You said Google. it.
No, and I literally said the stats exist that highlight the discrepancies
That's
in these
lazy.
industries.
Like,
Well, I don't have the stats memorized, so I don't want to regurgitate wrong information.
saying Google it is like, okay, then you know the rest of us just will make a point. Oh, Google it, bro. It's there.
Love you tons. Uh-oh. Is my internet?
But there's like, we're talking about choices. There's a choice that we all can make to make sure we're educated and make sure we read up on things. We probably all have different areas that we read up on and learn about and want to be knowledgeable of. So when I said Google it, it's like on your time, if you want to learn more about that, which I take that you don't, you can go and read up on these stats. But y'all are,
She's about to get Myron's about to throw her off, bro.
I'm not going to make you agree.
This ain't the Whatever podcast, bitch. You can't talk to me like that.
No, it's because your
I
points are
value
weak.
my time.
It's
And
because
you
your
might
points are
and you
weak.
might feel that way. I don't. I just value my time. I have to go home.
So
So
go
there
home right
are
now. Man.
times.
Just go home right now. Just go home right now. Get out of here.
All right, wait.
Just go home right now.
All right. Well, bye
Like, I
everyone.
don't
It
know
was
what,
nice
I
to
don't know
meet you.
what you think this is. Like, this is our shit. Like, you're not gonna come in here and be like, I'm not gonna waste my time. Then get out of here.
I feel like we went back and forth on this point.
So,
Like,
yeah,
I don't know
for
what else
literally
to, like,
it's
argue
3
about.
hours.
This is an opportunity for you, bro. Like,
It's
get out of
okay.
here.
Thank you
Just
so
leave.
much.
All right, Queen.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Queen.
Okay.
Okay.
What the fuck, man?
Ice, you beat her up.
Where we at here?
Stanley.
Incredible. Stanley Frederick. Hey, Martin, I usually agree with you, but when it comes to race, you're dead wrong. Black people ain't lazy. That's a myth. Black people don't have the same economic opportunities as other groups because of racism and discrimination, which you fail to realize.
Okay.
Bro,
Well, that's
you're
gonna
a
hold
fucking
you back.
crybaby, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Please explain to me why black people are the most evicted class of people when it comes to paying rent. Explain that to me. And they are only 50% of the population.
Why did Walmart just move out of Chicago?
13%.
Like, get the fuck out of here with that, man. Like, it is what it is, man. Let's continue on. Jake.
I feel like with you, it's only black or white. Like you can have contrast, you know. Like okay, you can say that black people are lazy or whatever, but you can also say
I'm not
that,
saying all, but I mean, all people are lazy.
Yeah, but you can also say that the fact that you are a certain race in America, because we are in America, you have less chances. You can say that.
But
you
there's
can
no
acknowledge
point.
that.
But there's no point
mean,
in saying that because that's just going to keep holding you back.
No,
Even if it is true that racism is holding you back, you believing it is going to hold you back even more. So why even think that? Why not just work harder?
No, but I'm not a lazy person. I don't believe in that. But I'm just saying,
I don't know, you're a little fat. That looks like lazy to me.
Best thing you could do.
How though? Because okay, like okay, you can push someone, but you don't have to like just brush up everything. You know. I don't know. I feel like you can acknowledge. You can acknowledge the fact
but that doesn't accomplish anything. Acknowledging it and crying about racism.
Shaming is not.
What's your solution?
Either.
What's your?
I feel like change come from within. So if someone wants to change, they're going to.
There you go.
I don't feel like if you bully someone, okay, if you bully
She's from
someone.
France. It's a failed society. Socialists.
How
like,
can you say that? France is.
Paris is burning.
Like she's saying this ridiculousness because she's from France. It's a socialist country.
France is a great country.
It's a terrible country.
No, it's a great country.
Failed society.
Nailed.
How?
Nailed.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I'm not agreeing.
Say nailed.
It's called
failed society. Paris is burning to the ground. Y'all have a bunch of issues.
I am toxic.
Yeah.
I am toxic.
Like France is a failed society. So
I don't know how we're saying Paris is burning to the ground. You can walk through any major American city in the entire United States and find like fucking encampments of homeless people all over the fucking place.
Yeah, the liberal cities.
Right? We can watch BLM protests on the street where there's actually cities burning.
Liberal cities for sure.
Sure, I know, but it's just funny to say like France is a failed state when like we've got like people that die on the streets.
Yeah.
Like it's like insane to me. But
well, the liberal cities in America are
the liberal cities in America are part of America,
and
whether
also,
you like it or not.
Yeah, and policies that got them there are absolutely trash, which you fucking support, like with 95% of all your views, you idiot.
The COVID stuff. Australia isn't exactly like a socialist state, but kind of teeters on the borderline.
Gross.
Sure, France isn't socialist either. They just have a lot of social programs.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Which is why she's saying like, oh, people's circumstances and feelings.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that you're too much black or white. Sometimes it's contrast. I mean, you can say that, okay, you're lazy, but you can also say that
Look, it's very simple. If you're fat and you don't have money, that by definition, you are lazy.
Okay, but I'm agreeing. But all I'm saying, I am. But you don't have to be black or white. I can agree with you, but you still say that.
W fresh.
If you come from a certain like
feelings
environment, no, not feelings. I'm talking facts. Like
it's
if
bigger
you
than black and white.
Hey,
I will give them this. Hey,
when you say feelings, it's because
it's all the French boys watching me. The government breathes, French people riot. Hey, French people, listen. When that COVID shit was going down, the French people took to the street. No, I mean, I know we all know the French are gay, right? But except for the guys watching me. Shout out to all my French homies. Shout out to Timothy if you still watch me. But they do stand up to the government and riot often.
That's what I'm trying to say. I just don't have
What is the point in thinking that or saying that?
The point is that you should still always tell people to make the best choices. Nobody's going to care about you except for you.
Leave it at that. That's the best
you can't just leave it at that.
Why not?
Because then when we look at the United States, we get people saying retarded shit like black people are lazy. That's not true. There's a reason why that is the case. Unless you believe that black people or African Americans are genetically more
all of them, but
sure. But I know. But like when you look at the state of the United States, you got to wonder why are African Americans so fucking retarded?
Why are they
yeah. So why are they? Is it just because they happen to all be fucking lazy and stupid, or are there other reasons for that?
Culture.
Yeah, but where does their culture come from?
It's not because they're black, because Africans clearly.
You want to know where the
culture
comes from?
That's true. That's true.
It's the culture.
Do you want to know where the culture comes from?
Yeah, where does the culture come from?
Who controls the music industry?
What is the music? What is a lot of the music industry even in response to? What were the first black rappers talking?
Sneako, who controls the industry? Somebody ring the bell.
The Jewish shit right now.
Yeah, okay, let's move on.
If you really want to talk about it.
All right, let's go.
Where's Kanye West? Where's Kanye West? I just want to know. Where's Kanye? Where's Kanye?
Yeah, I'm going who pushed the culture?
Can we say that word then?
Why are you being anti-Semitic, Destiny? I don't see that.
Okay.
Yesterday.
All right, we going to rumble right now?
No.
Now we safe?
Yeah.
All right, we'll just end it there then.
We love
Let's just
all
say
people
them
here.
boys from now on.
All right,
I love all people, man. Destiny, that was really anti-Semitic of you.
I love them too.
All right, Jacob.
The label say control makes some good music.
J. Rock Gunner goes, Destiny is horribly wrong with his take on African immigrants to the West. Rich Africans don't leave Africa.
Facts.
Sure, only the poor ones.
Full Wee Todd goes, also, I see what you did there. Also, blacks come from the motherland and they average more money than white Americans. My family had no money when they came. Most of them that come have no money. It's a mindset, not money.
He knows the way.
Just Relax goes, I'm Mexican. My dad came here for the opportunity El Compa Myron is talking about, not knowing anything or anyone. His net worth is in the low millions, now self-made. He didn't complain, just got it done. It's a choice. Absolutely, my friend. Three Diglets goes, the only lazy thing I see tonight is that eye.
Hey, she's gone.
You saw that?
Yeah.
Especially when she got funny. It's like,
Guys, don't talk shit. What's just going on, right? Listen,
Shut up, Chris.
I think she was a nice young lady. She just had time
She was a
on her
feminist.
side.
And she's an independent girl boss queen.
I think she was a nice young lady. Okay?
No.
She's a nice lady. All right, how about that say? Goes, that's you are wrong. I'm Nigerian with a medical degree. My dad was a poor farmer before coming to the U.S. on a student visa. Became an accountant father after washing dishes and manual labor jobs to fund his education. He experienced a lot of racism in the corporate world. All right. Tim Nuroth goes, question for ladies. Why is a dowry more important in other countries and meaningful?
Dowry.
Oh, dowry. Okay.
Dowry.
Verse. Okay, he spelled it wrong. Yeah. Verse American women aren't worth a dowry. I'm married to a real African woman, born and raised, and she acts more of a woman role. Verse. You know how you all act. Jeez.
What is he trying to say?
That's fine. It's
saying that Western women are feminine.
Yeah, and they don't deserve a dowry. Anything else? No, cut it. No, cool. All right. Fresh, your favorite part of the show?
Ladies, we'll do questions, comments, or last thoughts on the show. How's the show for you? We'll start right here.
I mean, it's always nice to be on this panel.
Yep.
It's funny. This girl from Venezuela moved to the States, and you could her she's already gained some weight from being in the States from the last time. She was on the panel when I was there last time, but she's gained a little weight.
Well, it's nice to meet you guys. Like, I don't know much about you guys.
They
Well, I
do.
know a lot about someone, but
someone.
Yeah. But it's I don't have any comments. It's just every time I come here, I get more knowledge, and since the first time I got here, I learned a lot. That's it.
Yeah. From all right. Who'd you learn from? Okay, let's move on. What about you?
Grow up. Honestly.
I think I like that podcast. This podcast, and also I enjoy it. It's like I like to know the point of view of all of these people, these new people I'm meeting right now. So I don't know. Maybe
you come back.
Maybe, yeah.
Can I ask you? You come from Venezuela,
I'm
right?
more like a listener.
Yeah,
you know,
she took the heart. What's that saying in Spanish?
Calladita se ve más bonita.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, took the heart. Through some.
Okay. Do you like living in a capitalistic society more or a socialist society like Venezuela?
Capitalism.
We all do. Yeah.
Good.
Of course.
All right. What about you? What are your final thoughts or disagreements?
Well, no, it's nothing like that. Like, I agree and disagree. I agree and disagree with a lot of stuff.
What do you disagree with?
Just certain perspectives, but like
like.
Okay, so like I can agree that it is a choice with your like health and what you eat and what you choose to work out, etc. I do agree that you can choose to diet, you can choose that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I can agree with that. But like, you know, obviously like we don't get handed down money. So sometimes that's why certain people choose the streets or harder routes. So like that's what I'm saying. Like they choose something faster because they don't know how to get it because it's not getting passed down.
So I decided to sell drugs instead.
It's not a smart move, but sometimes they feel like that's their only option because the other options aren't coming fast enough and they're struggling to pay rent.
So why are white people selling drugs en masse?
Because like they could have 2 whole jobs and it's still not enough to pay rent.
So they're going to sell drugs instead?
Why would they exactly?
How many times does a guy that goes to a nice high school have to choose whether he's going to sell drugs or not? You don't even make that choice. Well, like, how can you even judge somebody that has to?
They do when they pay the re-up guy.
And then
no, but there's a difference between a wealthy white kid that buys weed to smoke versus a black kid in the fucking ghetto that can only make money selling weed. There's a two different experiences. I didn't say I'm not making an example.
Get a fucking job. Like I didn't have to sell drugs through my youth. I worked at fucking Chick-fil-A. I made $5.85 an hour. Get a fucking job. No, it's retarded.
herself also.
Sorry, he deserves one of these. So.
Uh-oh, retard alert.
On herself, she can fall on herself without having to cry and fall back on her family if she even has any.
Go Queen.
All right.
But yeah, other than that, I mean, I liked it. I would come back.
I mean, if we have you back.
Yeah, I mean, if you have me back.
All right. What about you, Miss Navajo?
Navajo?
Not a hoe.
Never a hoe.
I think you only said like two sentences this whole podcast.
Yeah, I feel like I didn't get a chance to talk much.
Come on, man. We gave you opportunities. You didn't say nothing.
Yeah. No, it was like a lot of yelling, a lot of hostility, a lot of masculine energy here, and I just didn't want to I don't know.
Masculine energy.
Nice.
I mean, it goes along with like what you were saying. Women need to be submissive anyway, so I was just playing my role like you guys like.
All right, it's your chance to talk. Go ahead. What do you got to say?
Vibrating misogyny.
I mean, so the one thing that I can remember from the whole conversation was when you guys were talking about like having a separate home for a guy to live in, or your husband, whatever.
Yeah.
I actually agree with that to some degree because I'm a very independent woman. So like if you're an independent woman who like has been independent your whole life, but like I'm still submissive at the same time. So like I think like it would be healthy. Like I wouldn't want my guy like around me all the time. So like it's not like you were saying like, oh, the girl's gonna like separation makes the heart grow fonder. Like okay. But what if the girl is like enjoying it too? Like what if I mean, I feel like okay, so like I like my space. Like I wouldn't like if I'm in a relationship with a guy, like I don't want a guy
to the
like
mic. There you go. There you go. Go ahead.
I'm saying like I don't want a guy like in my my shit. Like I want to have my time to go to the gym. I want to have and I don't really care to do things together. Like I'm not an emotional person. I don't need someone to be there helping me like every second of the way. I'm very independent. I have my own like goals and like structure to my life. So if a guy is like constantly like there, it's not gonna work. So like, and I've been in like 3 long-term relationships, and that's what's caused the breakups is living together.
Okay.
The moment that we moved in together, we like it. I just couldn't do it. So yeah, that was the only thing that I wanted to say.
Okay. What about you?
I honestly didn't think like I'd agree like so much, especially with this podcast. But like a lot of things that you guys talk about, it's very like
realistic.
Yeah. So like for example, when you guys talk about certain things like simps or like stuff like that, it makes sense, or like nice guys.
Yeah.
Because I feel like as a man, you should provide and like be comfortable with your life, and also have a woman by your side that supports everything that you do.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't have that, then I feel like you're not a high value man, or you just don't feel like give her needs, you know what I mean? And she doesn't give you yours. So I don't know. But my point is that like this whole podcast just like opened my eyes to certain things, and I think like I would watch it more because I didn't really watch it before, but now I for sure think like if I could open up my brain that much.
I just realized like Destiny, you kind of been hogging a lot of the airtime for somebody who thinks that women's input are equally important to men.
You have to balance out the fact that I view women equal in partnerships, but I also hate women at the same time. So yeah,
even when they're talking, you're like on your phone, you're over here, you don't really care. You talk like, is there other opinions really that valid?
I'm on a show, so of course I'm going to talk a lot.
He was on his phone not much.
Yeah.
No, but when they are talking, when he wasn't talking, he's on his phone.
No, he's not
really touching.
I'm sorry, does that offend you? You've been on your phone too.
He's on Grindr.
I thought that their opinions matter.
Sure, yeah. So listen up.
Well, for me, I was actually excited to come on because of Destiny. I think that it's really important to intentionally seek out opinions that are nuanced or different to yours.
No.
Because one of two things is going to happen: either you're going to have more nuance or more knowledge in your conversation, or more empathy for the situation, or on the other hand,
I have no empathy for stupidity.
Sound like a total idiot, and it's going to strengthen your argument. And for me, whenever I listen to Destiny, I at least, even if I totally disagree, it's at least a little something where I'm like, okay, I can kind of see your point. And so for me, that's why I was really excited to come on tonight. And I definitely got a lot of that.
Awesome.
And I wanted to hear a Sneako and Destiny debate as well. So, yeah.
And then you dumped your man.
Yeah, can we find out what happened now? You said that you weren't going to open up immediately, but what happened?
After the cameras turned off.
Okay.
Good.
He was being too much of a nice guy. That's why.
That's why she's laughing.
Too much of a nice guy. All right.
Snarf.
Go ahead, Zita.
I always love it. Pretty good. Obviously, I can't say I learned anything. It's shit I already agree with.
Zena, you were smiling the whole show. I wonder why.
I wonder why
Smiled the whole
too.
night.
I wonder why too.
Smiling.
But yeah, I just want to say Sneako was 100% right and Destiny was wrong. So
Oh,
That's
whole
what
show.
I'm
Destiny,
saying.
anything you want to say
Whole
back to that?
Women's opinions really do matter.
Destiny, anything you want to say back to that?
No, not all women's opinions matter.
W misogyny.
Yeah.
Miss
Right.
Paui.
It was fun.
Très bien.
Yeah, it was fun.
Le toxique.
J'ai beaucoup aimé. It was cool. I'm glad to have everybody's opinion and stuff. I love to have debates. Of
Moi
course,
aussi.
there's a lot of stuff that I was not agreeing on, but
Such as?
Oh la la.
I mean a few, but the biggest one
Yeah.
definitely was the whole polygamy stuff. Like a guy can fuck as much girl as he want, and the girl needs to like not do anything. I think that it's stupid.
Does society respect hoes?
Parce que
Miss Patty, this
You have to understand, Sneako and Destiny have gigantic brands, so they're collaborating. They're like agreeing to disagree, but they're also understanding, like, that's why Destiny's on fucking Fresh and Fit. Destiny's got a big audience, dude. Destiny gets 9,000 live stream viewers on fucking Kick, dude. Do you understand how happy I would be if I had fucking 9,000 live viewers? I gotta sit here with you fucking retards. No, I'm just joking. I love you guys so much. But I gotta say, my streams, like, if I have a banger of a stream and like everything's timed perfectly and it's amazing, it's like 1,000 live stream viewers, right? But dude, Destiny has a massive audience, and Sneako too, bro. Sneako is booming, bro. When we were in Tokyo, people knew Sneako here. People were stopping Sneako in the street here in Tokyo, right? And then Fresh and Fit too. So like, logically speaking, it just makes perfect sense for these three.
So
okay, fine, but what does that make you?
a homemaker.
Huh?
You become a hoe. If I go fuck another girl, I'm a homemaker. I made her a hoe. But you become a hoe if you fuck another guy.
She's a hoe. Oh,
There you go.
No,
Fantastic.
no.
Oh.
I'm not agreeing with you. It's not about being a hoe. I'm just talking about respect, Respect is really important in a relationship.
Je suis d'accord.
And if you feel, and if it's an open relationship, that's fine. If you want to do you, if everybody does what they want. But if I don't want you to cheat, if I want you to have sex with another girl, I will tell you, okay, you can do it. But if I don't want you to do it and you will do it.
But men always want to have sex with other girls.
Not all the time.
Most of the time they do.
Just to be clear, society doesn't respect hoes. It also doesn't respect men that cheat.
Really?
Really. If you're cheating on a wife, everybody looks down on you, except for maybe the red pill space. But most people look down on that too.
Well, here's the thing. We tell guys to be honest with girls, but they're not going to be.
Sure, that's fine. But I'm saying earlier, you try to ask that rhetorical quick of like, do you respect a man that can fuck more women? The master key versus master. They do.
I didn't say cheating though. I just said
no. I know, but I'm saying in general, very few people say respect a man that cheats.
Yeah.
There's a difference between being able to fuck a lot of girls versus stepping on your wife or girlfriend.
Yeah, they will bash a woman for sure, but they will not respect a man either. Why do you want to cheat? I mean, that's okay if it's in your relationship, but don't say.
See, I wasn't talking about cheating though. I see how Destiny just came in and changed the argument completely. I just said
because you brought that thing up in response to her
like
saying, because her original point was, I don't agree with the one-sided open relationships, and then you kind of with.
Thank you, Harry, for helping me cope with my low stream viewership. Thank you so much. I'm doing my best.
All right.
J'ai une question.
Okay,
Sneako.
Yeah, where can I find you?
Where can I find you, bro?
Qu'est-ce que c'est votre numéro de téléphone?
I will
Donne-moi,
give it
s'il
to
vous
you
plaît.
after.
Oh!
It's a French number though.
Il n'y a pas de problème.
Damn, Sneako, come on, man. Like,
French Riz.
Merci beaucoup.
Oui, man. Okay,
Ma chère.
where can I find you, bro?
Sneako, bro.
YouTube.com/Destiny, Instagram.com/Destiny, Rumble.com/Destiny.
Where can I find you, Sneako, other than her pants later?
Elfresh. Rumble.com/Sneako. You already know what's up. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, streaming.
Awesome. This is a great panel.
Merci
Great show.
beaucoup.
All right, yeah, great show. Almo Ace goes, as men, our value increases over time. We've put the work in, and the only thing that increases over time for modern day 304 is the amount of cats they live with. Appreciate that, Almo Ace. And then we got here, this is mainly for Sneako and Myron, but this entire discussion is living with your woman and dealing with her in every aspect of life can be solved by following the life of the prophet. Peace be upon him. Okay?
Alhamdulillah.
Appreciate that. And then DZJJK goes, Girl next to Myron is the epitome of not trying to look bad on live. Women have some of the weirdest fetishes, like admiring serial killers. You would be surprised at the shit women fantasize.
Yeah, I do fantasize about weird shit. That does not mean that I want to do them. That's fantasizing. I can fantasize about. I mean, everybody on the table. If I ask you your darkest fantasy, it's fucked up.
We can talk
but
about
that does not mean that you. Okay, so I read
If you
somewhere.
fantasize about it, that means you want to do it
No.
by default.
Can I say something? I
What?
read somewhere that more and more girls are into CNC, which is consensual, non-consensual, right? Here.
Grape.
And so, yeah, grape, right?
I got you.
But does that mean that they want to go out the street and get grape?
If it's the right guy, maybe. I don't know.
No, it's just a fantasy. Most of the fantasy, you just want to leave you don't want to leave.
Some women pay for
There's
that.
a reason why girls like aggressive sex with a guy that they desire.
Yeah,
but it's
aggressive,
the
because
important
For the guy
part is
that they
desire.
desire, that's
Yeah.
the key point.
Yeah.
right
The
there.
CNC,
But
the oversee is
but
really important.
When she's fantasizing, she's not fantasizing some weird guy like she's fantasizing some fucking chat banger.
Yeah, because in the fantasy, you've already consented. It's a fantasy.
Yeah, but
right?
but again, that's what I'm trying to say.
It's
She's
like
fantasizing about
guys
it.
will talk about like, oh, crazy pussy is the best, crazy girl's pussy is fine, and you feel that way until you wake up with a girl with a knife through her fucking throat, right? You fantasize about it, but there's a difference between fantasizing and actually doing it in real life.
Yeah,
But they-
right.
but they
No,
like it.
exactly.
you contradicted yourself. I think we just had a prime example. She's saying what she wants, right? But she just gave him the number, and he's saying exactly everything she's saying she don't want.
Oh shit.
Okay.
So that's a contradiction
Are
right
you
there.
mad?
Are
Are you a little mad?
Oh, don't play with me, baby. Don't
You're
fucking
mad?
play with me.
Are you mad?
God.
Don't play
It's
with
just
me.
a question.
I was making an example. I don't
I
give
think
a
you're a little
fuck.
mad, but
The
I'm not
example
mad,
is, baby,
Nice
I'm
guys
not
don't win.
mad. You're pretty.
Thank you.
Suck
You
a dick and
too.
do it right.
Oh
You
shit!
said you like a nice guy.
Yeah,
Not
maybe
a guy
it's
that
really
wants to do
nice.
this
Maybe
and
it's
that,
nice.
right?
Maybe it's just putting your phone.
Oh my
Calm down,
god.
sweetie.
Don't
Calm down.
play with me, though.
No, but I'm not. But you're becoming super aggressive.
Because
Check
I
your
make
man.
it
Don't fucking
point.
check me. Check your man.
So speaking of hypocrisy, as you can see right here, that the one-sided arrangement does not work very clearly. You can see the problems that result from this. But
Stop. Both of you. Stop. Okay. Y'all
What's going on, man?
Yo, Sneako.
They just fucking confused.
I'm not telling you what, my nigga.
Alright, man.
Okay.
Sneako.
Yo, Sneako.
He's gonna have a great night.
Okay.
All right,
We're gonna
y'all.
catch y'all. So,
Cheers.
Have an awesome Friday. Peace.
Peace.
I ran so far away. I just ran.
I just I'm bringing anime Jesus with me to the States. Emotional control is a very important skill that I'm working on myself because I understand how important it is. Okay. Yeah.
Haram.
There it is for your anime 808 anime Scoob. There's it for you right there. John, can you link your tour schedule? Yeah, here it is. Take a look real quick. Everybody, thanks for watching and being here. I really appreciate you all. Could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. MLD May YouTube tour. It's going down, baby. Santa Barbara, California, whatever podcast, 14th and 16th. Don't forget to subscribe. Check it out. Sneako, May 18th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. McQueen, May 19th, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Jedediah Bila, May 22nd. Valuetainment Money, May 23rd, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Brandon Carter, May 23rd, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I forgot to tell you something. This Friday at 6 p.m., this is a breaking development, and I forgot to tell you guys this. This Friday at 6 p.m. I will be on One America News Network. OAN News is going to have me on their show, In Focus, with Allison Steinberg. And we are going to be talking about the situation in America and, you know, why men are leaving. And it's a 10-minute segment. And so be sure to check them out. They're on Pluto.tv. They're on so many different avenues. You can go and check out my Instagram. I have the schedule there. One American News, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's going to be debuted there. And yeah, really appreciate everybody for watching me. There's no doubt in my mind that I'm going to take this channel to 1 million, and that we are going to be right up there with Fresh and Fit, whatever podcast, Just Pearly things. Just waiting patiently. I got something big cooking. If you trust me on anything, trust me on that. And if you want to get in while you still can, before I blow up and become a fucking global sensation, go right now to the Masculine Empowerment Network and sign up, because time is running out. You're at 2 days, 1 hour, 20 minutes. I know you've been waiting for the longest time. Go to masculineempowermentnetwork.com, scroll down, click here to sign up, and then all the information that you get is here. This is all updated information here. You can see the bullet points at the bottom half here. I want you to read it all. Making money, making muscles, learning game, holding frame. Okay. You talk about the body language mastery course, the 60-man webinars, the 12-month-long Telegram chat, access to so much more. Okay. But you don't do that. You don't get any of that. You don't turn your life around if you don't take any action. And I'm telling you, the guys in the chat have been supporting me. The people here have been going on for time and time again. Come on down, bro. Come on down. Yes, I will continue to do MTR breakdowns. I'll be doing sporadic streams in the States too. I'm trying to keep the channel alive. But yeah, guys, I'm telling you, go sign up right now. And yeah, until then, we'll see you next time.